It's time for the shop report with
Barbershop Shai.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Scruffy McJ. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. We want to remind you the Shop Report is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. And, of course, Eddie G's Cookies. That's right. If you want a cookie that is good, that tastes good, and ain't got all that other stuff that ain't no good for you in it. Did I say that right? Hop on over to EddieG'sCookies.com. That's right, EddieG'sCookies.com, and place your order today. And make sure you tell them the BSJ sent you. Oh, and for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so. We will throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what's coming next. If you're one of them folks that wants to leave a question or comment that's indignant or ignorant in nature, it won't be seen on this screen. Matter of fact, here's what you'll get.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
With that being said, joining me on the program today is my cat from across the pond, or should I say up the way, Joey James, a.k.a. Double J. Tell the people what you say.
With Joker becoming the 3-time MVP, has that silenced any further debate between who's number 15 gets retired in Denver?
Actually, we can talk about that as we go into the show. That's a good question. We'll hold that as we go into the meat of this all. But I'll say this right quick. Yeah, 3-time MVP, and he getting cooked right now by Anthony. I'm just saying. And then my man we got over here down at the bottom right there. Y'all can see him right there with his logo. I don't know why he's no-show. His face, that is. My man D. Gully from the CLM Bus. I'm glad you could join us, the IT guy. Who knows why? Don't ask why.
Yes, sir.
Why?
Don't worry about the big three. It's just big me, okay? It's just big me.
I see that right there under your name. You got team player. I doubt that. Ain't no buddy buttons being pushed today, baby. Anyway, let us start the show.
All right.
Got him.
Anywho, yeah, we got one item. Oh, we got two items on the menu. Two items
on the menu.
We got 2 items on the menu for y'all today. That's right. We got What He Said, featuring Mike Tyson, of course. Shout out to Mike Tyson in his upcoming fight against Jake Paul, the YouTube Justin Bieber sensation. Imagine that. And then we got the NBA playoffs, the continuation of the second round is going down. My apologinarianizings. Okay, that's a word. Don't try to spell it. You might hurt yourself.
Hey, Double J. Double J.
Yeah. Hey, man, why do you do that? That's disrespectful.
Because
you know that.
I'm giving
right?
you a break. Because I'm giving you a break.
What you
glitching.
give me a break for? I wasn't done with the intro.
No, you
what we
wasn't
was gonna be talking about today.
You wasn't done glitching. That's why I had to give you a break. Okay. The IT guy saw glitching. I need to reset the system. So, like I said, Double J, we need to create a lexicon for all these words and phrases that Barbershop have. And we should put it probably on a t-shirt or some mugs. Get a collector's edition. You find all these mugs. You collect the whole series of his lexicon,
mugs,
and then we'll give you a
mug. How about that? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, this lexicon.
Okay, rabbit paws. All right, skibbity pat. Rabbit paws.
Anyway, let us start the show. Me and you can go back and forth all day, every day. Don't make me call your mother. Okay.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Listen. I
know
take a trip.
Mama.
Hey, the Mother's Day is this weekend. I'm gonna come see her.
Oh,
okay?
wow. I'm really? I mean, okay. You know, I'm glad
you forgot. You better get that card. You better get that card very quickly. You can put them in the mail. Well, you work at the post office. You have to put that in the mail. It should get there by Saturday. You better get on it.
Oh,
Barbershop
wow.
J.
Okay, right. Anyway, let us start the show because I see where this is going. Before we get into all of this action that we got going on for y'all that's good today, I just came across something I thought you might find rather interesting narrowly right there. This is from Zire Golf, Z-I-R-E, Golf. We all know who Scotty Scheffler is, right? All right.
Okay.
For the most part, and for all you all out there who don't know Scotty Scheffler, he just won about what seemed like 414 golf tournaments here 10 seconds ago. But Scotty Scheffler, golf's new sensation, has been ranked number 1 for 85 total weeks. 85 total weeks. To catch Tiger's record, Tiger Woods, that is, of total weeks at number 1, Scheffler needs to hold the top spot continuously until October 21st, 2035. My God, shout out to Tiger.
Wow.
Hey, I don't even did Jack Nicklaus do something similar? Or I mean, is he something? Anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how long Jack Nicklaus had total weeks at number 1. I mean, it was a pretty lengthy amount of time, I would imagine. But you say till October 21st, 2035.
2035, bruh.
So that means he need to be number 1 consecutively for the next.
Continuously, they said. Continuously,
yeah,
absolutely.
For the next 35, we had 11 and a half years.
Oh, man, that didn't take you long. You had a calculator over there?
See.
I'm just saying. It was you want to
all right.
Add them on your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Put that in the deposit. Double check.
Yeah.
Put that in the bank. Put that in the bank. He made a deposit. I'm bringing the receipts.
All right. Okay. Anywho, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. You bringing the receipts. Ain't that something?
You're going to find out.
We keep receipts. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, we heard that. Anyway, I ain't scared. I'll survive Shawshank. Double J, your top 75 list snub. Why?
Well, we don't have enough time in the show for that.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, let's keep things rolling. Our first item on the menu, after, of course, the Scotty Scheffler deal. Shout out again to my man Tiger WOWD, baby Woods. Mike Tyson, what he said. Now, again, Mike is getting ready to fight Jake Paul, Logan, whatever they name. I don't know what they're going by now. They both YouTube sensationals, which don't amount for much in the world of boxing, really, to tell you the truth. But that just go to show you how bad the state of boxing is, even though we just saw Canelo beat up Carlos Muningua, Eminem, or as they call him for short, on the 8 Mile side. And then we saw Devin Haney take a shockingly loss. Did I say that right? to Ryan Garcia, which to that fight, most folks thought, and I was one of them, that Ryan Garcia might have needed a little bit of help. I did, because of the things he was saying. It turns out Devin Haney needs help. He need to be helped up. I'm just trying to tell you, because he did hit the canvas, But again, I'm not no conspiracy theorist, nothing to that effect. But you have those people like Haney's father, and maybe Haney too, but more so his father. They had a lot. There was a lot of chatter, about Haney in general, and leading up to that fight. You got to be careful to some of the stuff that come out your mouth, man, because you can speak things into existence. And to me, it came off as Haney's camp somewhat, and those who were chattering were coming off as a little bit arrogant or whatnot. And Ryan Garcia humbled him. The only other fight I could recall that kind of went in that same direction was when Prince Nassim was lighting up the boxing world, and showboating in the ring and over showboating, and then ran into Marco Antonio Barrera, and we all know how that ended. So
wasn't that when he got carried out on the was that the same fight where he had like the 4 people kind of like, well, I mean, he had grand entrance of like,
yeah, well, he always had a grand entrance. But are you wait? Are you asking me to recall or remember something? You asking me?
Mm-hmm.
You are, Gully. What happened, man? You went out and you came back in. What'd you do?
Yeah, it's glitching out.
Oh, but you calling me a glitch? Ain't that a anywho?
Yeah, that's how I knew. That's how I recognized the behavior. It sounded like you were saying, I didn't know for a while what was happening, if you were glitching out or if I actually were having problems.
Oh, okay. So I helped you out then, is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, because I had to recognize what was the difference between the two. It took me a while because you was glitching the same way my phone was, but I figured it out. Okay,
it's all good. Well, anyway, that little comment you made a little while ago about the mail, just make sure the check is in it. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, we don't delay that. Okay. Anything else? You got something coming from grandma's house? It's going to take about 7 weeks to get to you, even though she lived right across the street. I'm just saying. But you got to check. Oh, trust and believe. It's going to be on the back deck, baby. But anywho, I don't know, Double J. You asking me to recall something? Come on now, I told you. You need me to run my line down to you again, like the transmission on the '68 Buick. Okay, that's been sitting in the garage too long. Sometimes the mind do be slipping. Don't ask me to remember nothing. I mean, I just know that fight was how that fight was supposed to go because I seen one more recent that was reminiscent. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, Mike Tyson getting ready to fight Jake Paul in July. I don't know if you'll watch it or Gully will watch it, but I know it's not something I want to see. But anyway, we were going to show a video of Mike's infamous trainer, who's since passed, obviously, Cus D'Amato, of him and Ali, Cus and Ali, kind of shadow boxing, play boxing, or whatever the case may be. And Cus caught Ali on the lip, actually. And that's when Ali was kind of in his prime and had the quickness, the head bobbing. And they was messing around and Cus caught him, and I was looking at Cus's form and I'm like, man, Cus had hands, man. So obviously, I got to looking up some stuff and I found this here, what Mike Tyson said about Cus D'Amato. And I'm showing this really because Cus does not get enough love in the boxing world today, yesterday. He's just not mentioned enough. Okay. When we talk about greats and goats and things of that nature. So
yeah, Cus isn't mentioned enough because unfortunately, the way the story has been told, his only claim to fame was reduced to his only claim to fame being Mike Tyson's trainer, and Mike Tyson becoming more infamous in his prime than famous. It kind of reduces the legacy of Cus.
Yeah, but Cus had other fighters. I should have looked that up. If I'm not mistaken,
yeah,
Cus had other fighters that he trained to championship status.
He did, and it's worthy of looking at those fighters because even if you're not, those fighters might not necessarily be names that you'll remember like the greatest of all time. They may or may not be GOATs, but let's say those were quality fighters in their day. You follow what I'm saying? Like, for example, if you're a boxing aficionado, you know who Mike Corte was during this heyday, and you know who Winky Wright was. Those guys aren't Hall of Famers, but those guys. So it's possible that Cus had in his stable of fighters that he trained guys that were, barometers for your greatness or your ascension during that day.
I got a question off of that. You just triggered something. Why is it that when we had these discussions, or when the discussions are had about boxers of all time, or 10 greatest, or 25 greatest, or whatever the case may be, why is it rarely, if ever? Because I've seen a multitude of lists. Did I say that right? And I can only recall on one hand, if maybe with two fingers, the number of times I've seen Salvador Sanchez's name on a list. Why is that? Salvador Sanchez should be on anybody and everybody's list. I don't care whether you got an opinion about it or not. Why is that, Gully?
Why isn't Salvador Sanchez on the list?
Why is he not mentioned as often as we? Oh, excuse me, y'all. My camera jumping around there. Sorry. Is mentioned as often as some others?
Because I think by the time we get to, because you have to do a deep dive to know that. And I think these lists are glorified popularity contests. And maybe we didn't see as much of Salvador Sanchez as we should have to know that he's a guy that should be on the list. He's a fighter that we should remember. But unfortunately, after we get done saying Tommy Hearns and
Marvin Hagler's and such,
and Marvin Hagler and Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard, and then the argument starts to lose its interest even during the time that you have the argument. So then when it gets to really names that we should research, names that we should remember, he doesn't get on that list.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. My man Salvador don't get the shine that he deserves. I've seen him on some lists again, and depending on who is the source, like the Ring magazine list. I believe he's on the PBC list, but then Boxing Rec, I didn't see him on the Boxing Rec. And there was a couple of other ones that I can't recall off the top of my head, but I'm just saying, you obviously take a look at the list that I'm mentioning here, and you see all the other names. Like, it's not a list out there that Sugar Ray ain't on. You know what I'm trying to tell you? And
either one, Leonard or Robinson.
You know, hold that thought. We're gonna take a break and we get back to this Mike Tyson side of things, y'all. Ooh, I didn't know it was coming that fast. We're gonna take a 2-9. 2 + 9 is 29. Y'all heard me. Give me a dime.
No, that's 31.
Right,
it's 11.
Don't worry
actually.
about. Oh man, please. Goodbye. Don't touch it.
What it do, sports fans? It's your man BSJ from the Shop Report. And guess what? The shop is now open for business, baby. If you're on Facebook, go to our fan page, The Shop Report. Click on more and then shop to view all products. Or if you're on Instagram, click on the shop tab to see all our products. I mean, what you want me to do? I'm selling merch here.
All right. That was the break right quick on the 2-9 side. All right, let's throw this Mike Tyson up here and get the weighing in on what he got to say right here, baby. All right, Double J, you want to highlight? Never mind, I'll do it here. And this from the Greatest Boxing. This is Mike Tyson speaking about Cus D'Amato, the infamous trainer Cus D'Amato, as you all can see pictured here with Mike. Cus wouldn't have been happy with me as a fighter. I made a lot of mistakes. I've been successful, but I didn't do the way he taught me how to fight. Really mad. In boxing, it's about the art. The only thing you have to do is involve your spirit. It's all about the art. The art is what deserves the respect, not the individual. I find that very, very interesting, his choice of words, and those words in particular. When he said, the art is what deserves the respect, not the individual. I took it from a selfish perspective. It's about me. And that's when things, even when it looked good, it wasn't good. Mike Tyson. Thoughts? Oh, well, it's too late now, Double J. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Way to be on the money there. Thoughts? No, maybe. Gully, Double J, to what he had to say?
Yeah, see, he said a lot. He said a few things that require some elaboration, because I could sort of misunderstand Mike's sentiment, what he's trying to communicate. He said it's about the art. It's sort of, I guess I can sort of see that with him. I mean, clearly, as he was developing, what you saw from Mike, the young Mike Tyson, in or around the time that he first became the heavyweight champion of the world, he had a wider variety of skills that he displayed in the ring. He slipped punches more than 8 of them. He had technique, and he did have a veracity, a ferociousness, but he fought angry. He fought very angry, and I think that was his style, like a pit bull,
Right.
So I miss him when he said it became about him. I miss him a little bit, because nobody fought like him.
Yeah, but he's saying,
So,
I think in essence, that it went to his head. The fame and the fortune, it went to his head, and it became about him. And that part is what stood out to me in particular, where he mentions more than once, obviously, that it's about the art. But he's saying when the individual loses sight of the fact that it's about the art and makes it about the individual, is when the expose is soon to follow. Case in point, the guy that we all done had conversation about, who his fans were swearing down, that if you say anything that they don't favor or that's not in favor of him, they would call it hate. I'm just amazed at all of these folks out here with all these degrees and they got only a one-word vocab. But okay, just because somebody got a different opinion don't mean it's hate, even though y'all like to say it. But we're talking about he who might not be named or should not be named, but I'm finna name him. That's your boy, Bron James. When he come out and say, I'm the best player in the world.
It's a boxing topic, bro. Why did you do this, man? Why did you do this?
Because we can't show video no more.
What does that got to do with LeBron James? What does that got to do with LeBron Raymond James?
You can't ask me a question and then ask me a question to answer, and then you keep answering it for me by asking the question.
LeBron at all. I thought you was gonna go with Mayweather. I thought you was gonna say Canelo. I thought you was gonna say somebody. I thought you was gonna say Devin Haney. I thought you was gonna say.
But who asked you to think? Because you thought wrong, Anderson.
Asked me to, because what you just did.
So don't be volunteering no informationary thoughts.
Man, we gotta get a new button, man.
Okay,
we gotta get a new button.
Hey, I'll give you. How about I give you?
We need to give you a button.
Okay. Anyway, like I was saying, I was using that because it's a lot of discussion still surrounding this guy, but the self-proclamations. When you lose sight of the craft, okay, when the craft becomes secondary and you become primary, the expose, as we see, or the fallout is soon to follow. That's the point I was making. But you want to
got
go.
you.
Okay, well then go. Yeah,
I
but
wanna
yeah, I'm
go.
glad you got it. I'm glad you
I
got
wanna
me. 'Cause you
go.
ain't-
What you think? I
Yeah,
want to
I'm glad
go.
you got me because you about to come get it. And don't. Yeah, okay, all right.
Come on, I want to go somewhere. I want to go off topic, but you mentioned LeBron James on a boxing topic. You know what? You got some nerve.
You didn't see the parabell? Don't what you mean? You ain't see the parabell?
Parabell. I ain't see the parabell. No, I didn't see the parabell or the
Okay.
parallelogram. Okay,
Yeah, okay. Well,
or
you
parabellum. I
all
did
right.
see Lately at the Bellum at concert once.
Okay. All right. So I mean, Gaga, who cares? All right. So you like the Mad Singer, Whoopi do. Okay. And Whoopi Goldberg too. Nobody care nothing about that. Anyway, Double J, what have you to say about what Mike Tyson said about Cus D'Amato? Because we see right now somebody finna get cussed out. Okay, and we don't use profanity on this national television program, not tomorrow or today.
So it's interesting because when you often hear the verbiage of like the sweet science of boxing, right?
Okay.
And when you look at martial arts, the art is the expression, right? Because obviously they're talking about putting weapons down and using naturally their hands. So it to me, and also representing skill
coming on.
Well, no, because it
at least it'd be more relevant to the topic.
Hold on, Double J. Run that. You want to run that by me one more again?
I said, yeah. Even if he had a Bruce Lee reference, it'd be more relevant to the topic.
That's what I thought you said. You know what?
Oh, hell no.
Go ahead, Double J.
Yeah. So again, when you're thinking of it in the terms of beauty and creativity, and often when you see combinations landed in that type of thing, that is really what they're talking about. And when you had someone as gifted as Mike was, not just then, but many would say even in his current state, you could see that what he meant, that he had never truly, despite what it may appear, right, on film for folks like you and I, to know that his ceiling was really that much higher. And, you know, something I've even gone as far as to show Aiden, I want to say about 2-3 years ago, was a video of his that there were cameras outside of his house when he lived in Connecticut before 50 Cent bought it. And he was running at 4 a.m. and the camera guy is running with him. And he goes, Mike, why are you doing this? And he goes, because my opponent is sleeping. They're not. And
oh, yeah.
So what's really, again, it's bittersweet about seeing this is not only do we know what he was capable of doing at that time, but that unfortunate truth that he really could have been even greater. And only, like you said, for a whole host of reasons, he never got to reach his fullest potential, despite the insane amount of success. But that goes to show how, you know, when your circumstances change, we talk about this all the time, the hunger sometimes isn't there anymore.
Yeah, well,
I'll tell you what.
Go ahead.
I'll tell you one thing to watch. If you ever get a chance, if you ever get it, make it possible, watch his first fight against Evander Holyfield and watch his second fight against Evander Holyfield. And you'll notice that Evander Holyfield, despite knocking Mike Tyson out in the first fight, Evander Holyfield fought a totally different fight for those 3 rounds that the second fight lasted. And the way the second fight lasted, you can start to understand why his ear was left in the middle of that ring.
So wait.
It befuddles me why.
Whoa. Thank you, Double J. But I'm the one tripping. Or T ripping.
No,
man,
what I'm saying is
crazy.
All right. What I'm saying is,
hold on.
watch
First of all, hold on. First of all, First of all, let me just say this. First of all, my man D-Runk, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Y'all know y'all not about to get nothing off. My man D-Runk in the building, but sometimes depending on what day of the week it is, he be on y'all side. But I think because it's Wednesday, you know what I'm saying, and Mother's Day is right around the corner. Shout out to all the moms. We're going to have something for y'all maybe on the shout out side. He going to be on my side today. D-Runk say, do you ever think that when athletes leave a question mark as far as how great they could have really been is why we hold them in such high regard? Whoa, okay, hold on. Before we can get to that question. Dang, man, I forgot what I was getting ready to say. Dang, we should Double J. You shouldn't have threw that up right quick because that just took me on a whole other streak. My gosh.
Sure,
man.
It's for the best.
Oh okay, yes. I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gully, you safe. Do you ever think that when athletes leave a question mark, they could have really been? Oh. Man.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's anytime someone's cut short, Penny Hardaway,
Brandon Roy,
the kid from Simeon,
Benji. Yeah. Thurman Munson,
Sean Taylor.
Oh man, yeah.
But Mike is kind of an anomaly.
Mike who?
Mike Tyson, in this sense, because it's not us suggesting it; it was himself. Now, sometimes
wait. What do you mean? It was not us suggesting what, and it was what did he suggest?
He's suggesting that he could have been even better. So even though to the essentially untrained eye,
Sean Taylor
was brilliant. He was excellent at what he did. But from his vantage point, and this is the interesting part about not only D-Runk's point, but also in general with athletes as a whole, when it comes to stepping away, when you actually have to look yourself in the mirror and say that you held yourself to such a high standard to reach the greatest lengths, that you don't have it anymore. And that is arguably the most difficult thing to actually come
Ben
to terms
Roethlisberger.
with.
Is that what you going there?
Any of them, anytime that you see an athlete who wants to give more but can't anymore. We could argue Tiger Woods right now.
Oh shucks, even me. You know, I've been asked to play in a couple.
I hope they don't ask you to play in the spelling bee.
I don't know what that was supposed to mean, but that's what the button you're gonna get. What you shooting for all the buttons today? Because I got the full gambit, and I'm not talking about the X-Men '97 character either. By the way, the rendition is
I really thought that's where he was going.
Yeah, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean. No, Double J. No, to your point there, man. So I mean, are you suggesting then that most athletes should do what Barry Sanders did?
Think about how difficult of a choice that is.
And Duke Johnson?
Well,
you say difficult of a choice.
What's harder? What is more difficult?
You say difficult.
I think it's different. I think it's slightly different from Duke Johnson versus Barry Sanders.
Okay, wait a minute. First of all, we're not playing ring around the posy. I had a question. Now I done forgot it again. This is unbelievable.
No. Here's the thing. When the athlete walking away at their peak.
Does it depend on the sport?
I don't think so.
Like baseball.
I don't think so.
What you mean? Like baseball, a pitcher, for instance, could pitch till he's 75 years old. I know I'm over embellishing.
No, not necessarily. Because wasn't Nolan Ryan like 50 still
okay,
with
so
the Rangers?
All right. Okay, so
look at Yammer Yager. We just talked about him on Monday, coincidentally.
Yeah, that sounds like something you drink. But anyway, now you want to be on my side, Gully? Yeah, to your point. Now you want to your point. Yeah, well, point that way. Anyway, Yammer Yager. I'll have a double. I'm just saying. Ben Roethlisberger. Hey. No, but again, Barry Sanders retired,
at the top of his game.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So why not? If you're gonna make the move, then Duke Johnson. And then why you say it's different than Duke Johnson, Gully? Hold on.
Well,
hold that thought. D-Runk weighing in again. He said if Barry Sanders had played until he couldn't play anymore, I think we would look at him different, legacy-wise. Woo.
It's clearly possible because we don't know
Yeah.
We don't know what the plateau and then the de-escalation. You know what I'm saying? The landing of that plane. We don't know how that would have looked. I say slightly different for Duke Johnson than Barry Sanders because Duke Johnson is retiring. First of all, he's a much better athlete than I am. He's at the top of his game. He's healthy, mind, body, and got presence of mind. However, is the difference between Duke Johnson and Barry Sanders. We talked about Barry Sanders being at the top of his game and the top of his game being the best running back in the league, arguably the best pro football player in the league at the time. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, but here's why. Okay. I mean, okay, that's a strong case, and I'm, like in the courtroom, baby. That's what we do here. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna argue the affirmative, I might, in this case, argue the negative. And that really, what you're talking about is, we're not saying that Duke Johnson is the same as Barry in stature because he didn't play nearly as long. But what we are saying is that a guy left earlier than expected, maybe, or
Sure.
earlier than and still had time left to maybe still do it. You see what I'm saying? Strictly from that perspective only. I'm not going past that point. Just except for the fact that both guys left. I mean, I'm not saying I was surprised to see Duke Johnson retire, but I was not. It wasn't like, oh, okay, whole hum par for the course. I was like, whoa. I like, okay, well, you know what I mean? Maybe he could have had another good 2 or 3 years out of whatever it is, but the guy, in other words, a guy being gone or showing himself the door, with time still left on the clock, if you would. You know what I mean? That's the only comparison that I make here. That's why I say similar. But yeah.
Gotcha.
At the end of the day, man, Mike still, in my opinion, was still Mike. But D-Runk weighing in again. Luke Kuechly was one that blew my mind when he retired because I believe he had at least 5 years left, easily top 3 middle linebacker all time. Yeah. I didn't even think about Luke. Yeah, that's a good one, D-Runk. Yeah, no, I'm with you though, Gully. In terms of Mike not being, as if I'm remembering here what you said correctly about like Mike not being himself towards the latter portions and parts of it. But to tell you the truth, man, that number system that Cus came up with, Cus tailored game plans to the fighters because Mike was the only fighter I believe he came up with that system with, right? The number system.
Yeah,
Mike
I think it started with him. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Got you. But if you look at Mike and you talking about downfalls or where the wheels start to, fall off or go off the rails or whatnot, it's when he got with Don King. Don King just saw him as a cash cow. Cus D'Amato and Kevin Rooney saw him as a
champion, a fighter.
A champion. Exactly. Don King said, once he seen Mike was the money maker, because I don't know who he put Mike with as a trainer, but that's what Mike was, can we say conditioned maybe on that number system. And when Don King got with him and put him with whatever trainer because Don King got rid of Kevin Rooney too. And remember now, Kevin Rooney was with Cus, so Kevin Rooney could have continued on with the system because he was familiar with Cus's system, obviously, with Mike Tyson. But when Don King got him out the way, it was, Mike's fall was free, so to speak. It was a free fall for real. That's where his downfall was, messing with Cus D'Amato. But yeah, man, Don King. Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, man,
Richard Gant.
Who is Richard? We're not talking about the Bears. We're talking about Richard Dent.
The guy from the Rocky 5.
Oh, I didn't see Rocky 5.
The one with
with Tommy Gunn.
Yeah, again, I didn't see Rocky 5. I mean, I saw Rambo. You know what I'm saying? First blood, last blood, no blood. Don't be anyway. Yeah, I saw all the Rambos. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to tell you. And I saw all the Fast and Furiouses too. So yeah. But shout out again to Mike Cus D'Amato for being underrated as a trainer. You know, Emmanuel Stewart too. He don't get enough mention, you know, in my opinion. And I wonder if somebody, if there was a fighter out there willing to learn the number system like Mike. And if there were, what fighter would you envision or could you imagine being able to maybe not do it to the same tune as Mike? Because, in other words, and what made me think of this is the triangle offense, NBA, Bulls.
You talking about current or former fighter?
Hold on, could you slow down? My gosh,
you asked the question.
I know, but I wasn't done with the soliloquy that go along with it. Wait your turn and raise your hand next time.
All right. I raised my hand. All right. Be an uppercut.
Well, okay. Well, please.
Right to the 3 or the 5 teeth you got left.
Okay. Well, then check your deodorant too, because I'm trying to tell you, I see sweat stains up under them armpits while you raise.
I smell like a Whopper too, bro. It's bad.
Oh man, don't nobody want to hear that. Okay. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, my gosh, Chick-fil-A would have been better. I'm talking about like the triangle with Tex Winter and them in Chicago. Oh, Mrs. Alva weighing in. Come on, Barbershop. You have seen Rocky V. Okay.
Give yourself a button, okay. Barbershop.
I am. I'm glad you said that. Right on cue. I'm about to give it to you. Exactly. Are we done now with the little side remarks and sidebars so I can finish my thought? Are we done now? Maybe, maybe not. All right. Thank you. The triangle offense, in Chicago, Tex Winter, and obviously Phil and Magic, Michael Jordan. And then Phil goes to LA and takes that same offense, Tex style or whatnot, and was able to pull it off with Kobe and Shaq. So you say recent, that's fine, Gully, if you want to pick a recent or fighter from, you know, back in the day, it don't matter. But who could, you know what? No, let's say now or more recent. Let's say in the last 10, 15 years or whatever, or after Mike's drop off, if you would. Who do you see maybe doing that system? You know what I mean? And being able to replicate it, you know, maybe again, not to the same tune as Mike, but replicate it well enough to become a world champion.
Oh, it would be Tank. Easy.
Oh, whoa.
It would be Tank. Yeah. Because the system, the punching system is predicated. Because the punching system is predicated on being it's an attack. It's an attack assertive type system, right? Where Tank is more or less that type of fighter. So I would say I think Bud could do it, but if you're saying who do I think can easily adapt to it, I think Tank would easily adapt to it. I think it's easily adaptable, or you can easily insert it to their current style, to their current training. Like if they say for this training camp, hey, yo, we're gonna do this system, I think Tank wouldn't have a problem adjusting to that because it's attack friendly. Bud is much more of a sophisticated technical fighter. So yeah, he could learn it, but his thing would be that system is predicated on offenses and punches and bunches, where Tank is more suited for that.
Okay, so you're saying Bud is more of a counter puncher?
Yeah, Bud can lead. He can dictate it. He can dictate a pace. He can be that, but he's more. I think Bud is more nuanced. So I think that's what I'm saying. Because Bud is more nuanced, that might require an adjustment. Because Bud, I think in certain instances, the way he would attack, he comes in at angles, and that angles that I don't think he would be prone to using, in my opinion, has an attack point of attack versus a point of counter, point of pivoting, where I think Tank will certainly be a more attack friendly.
Okay.
Fighter.
All right. I give you that. D-Runk, you saying 7, the number 7 here. I'm not sure. A lot of Bud punches that Rock Spence was counters. Yeah. What are you referencing by the number 7? I'm not sure what that means right there. But no, I'm with you. Yeah,
it's supposed to be an emoji. It didn't show up well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you know me. I'm definitely not tech savvy nor emoji savvy. So how am I supposed to know anything? Yeah, but at the end of the day,
savvy.
I'm what?
You're Vic savvy.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Supposed to mean.
Vapor rub. Big savvy.
Oh.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Let me get this as a comment. Let's see what's happening on this side. Yeah, because D-Runk said, my bad, that was a typo on 7. Oh, okay, I got you. Nah, no emoji, just complete typo. Yeah, thanks, D-Runk. You know what I mean? Because we got Mr. Got it all figured out over here.
Don't act like you knew that.
Yeah.
No, don't act like you knew that. He
Absolutely.
clarified
No,
it for you.
I didn't say no. I didn't say I knew it.
Listen,
but you didn't.
You bit on the out route. Don't act like you got you bit on the out route. Don't act like you knew what you act. Don't act like you knew the ball was going the other direction. It just happened to land incomplete. You didn't do it. You bit.
First of all,
the quarterback just threw it differently.
I digressionize. You know what I mean? I don't popularize or proclamate, but I will say, don't make no football references in regards to me and me playing deep safety. Okay, because I was like Sean Taylor though. All right, or Rohan Marley. Okay, y'all didn't know Bob Marley's son played at the U too. Even though, let me reiterate, I'm not a fan no more after the way they lost to Georgia Tech. My fandom is over with them dudes. But I'm just saying, back then, yeah, Rohan Marley. Every bit of 4'11" and with lay wood, baby. It was his bread and meat. If he ain't lay you out, he ain't eat. Okay? You better ask somebody about my doggone accolades. Don't start nothing up in here. Not you today. You know what I'm saying? I see right now I'm going to have to place a phone call because you're getting all the way out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but at the end of the day, I'm with you. I think Tank, now, once you mentioned Tank and you broke it down the way you broke it down, then I don't have no argument with, with it being Tank or whatnot myself. But yeah, man, Mike Tyson, Cus D'Amato, it don't get no better than that, to tell you the truth. You know what I mean? And we don't even really have those types of trainers anymore anyhow. I mean, and if you would say, like, in today's fight game, who would even come close to the Emmanuel Stewarts or who was the guy that Raheem, he just passed not too long ago, maybe about a year ago now. What was the trainer's name? He used to wear the kufis. Gully, you remember?
Nazim Richardson?
Maybe. Oh, I said Raheem Nazim. Yeah.
No. You said that's what. Yeah, I didn't know he passed.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe he did. If he didn't, yeah, my bad. Don't quote me on that. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe he did. But again, what's outside of him? And I think I said who? Emmanuel Stewart. Who else was out there that was real good? Oh, Freddie Roach. Yeah. Roach was pretty darn good. But other than that, like in today's fight game, who would you even see? I mean, who could you see that was even similar to or even close to what the Cusses and the Emmanuel Stewarts of the world?
What about Andre Ward's old guy? What is it, Virgil something?
Don't say Virgil Hill.
No. It's it sounds like that.
Virgil Hunter.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Who was Rinky Royds? Boy, my gosh. Who was
Goodbye.
who was Andre Ward's trainer? Gee, my knees. Boy, what is it with all of this messing up here today? Gully, who was Andre Ward's trainer?
I gotta look that up. I can't remember his name.
You remember everything. You remember what to say about me, about what I did and didn't do.
I remember you missed that. I just told you it was Virgil Hunter.
No, not Andre. Oh my gosh, dang nabbit! I meant to say Mickey Ward, not Andre Ward. Dag nabbit, Mickey Ward. Yeah, there you go. Stumped him, or should I say,
got him?
Got him. No. Nobody, no takers? No takers? And then you're going to say Virgil Hill. Virgil Hill got knocked out with a body shot by my man, by Roy Jones. Now, let's not get it twisted. Please, let us not get it twisted. What, and then nobody got no answers? Y'all still looking it up?
No, I'm not. Gully is.
Oh, Gully, are you looking it up or no? Oh, you can't hear me now? Paging D Gully, the IT guy. I don't know why. Paging D Gully, the IT guy. See this? You see what I'm saying? Double J. Here we go. We back to this again. Yeah, we back to this again. He got his face his icon all up on the screen. It's a question mark whether or not he's gonna even be seen. My gosh. Well, you know what? We're gonna go to another break right quick. That's what we finna do. Because this guy, one more last time, paging Gully. Oh, this is unbelievable. Anyway, we're gonna be on the 105 side, y'all. Not 105 in St. Clair. We're just gonna say we're gonna take a 105. This time 105. Put it down.
SK Cunningham, and you watching the Shop Report. I'm Homie Diallo, and you watching the Shop Report. My name's Chris Murray, and you're watching the Shop Report. Oh, you're Jay Knight, you're watching the Shop Report. Max McKee, you're dropping in on the Shop Report.
Barbershop Jay, Quentin Hines, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Hi, I'm Mars Edwards from Mercury Stadium, and you're watching the Shock Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
Hey, this is Doug Playin of the New York Mets. Well, a few other teams, of course, too. And you're watching the Shop Report.
I'm Matt Ramos, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? I'm Rajay Davis, and you're watching the Shop Report.
How you doing? This is Nelson Figueroa, former Major League pitcher with a lot of teams. You're about to listen to the Shop Report.
All right, we are back. I don't know what happened to D Gully right there.
Mickey O'Keefe is who you were looking for.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, that would be nice though, to see somebody kind of bring that number system back, right? You think so? Maybe not.
Well, the thing is, you got to remember that's a unique number system, right? It's not the traditional number system, and that was the whole premise of it, was not only to be able to instead of yelling into the ring, uppercut or right hook.
Right.
Again, it was meant to confuse the opponent, right? So being on the other side, if you're hearing a 1 and then you get hit with a 5,
Yeah. And then the thing too, though, the reason why you didn't call it out, uppercut, jab, or whatever, because the guy in his corner, they hear it too.
Exactly.
And so if I hear it and I get to you first with it, that might be all that she wrote. You know what I mean? That might be it.
My question would be, I mean, we talked about him not hitting his ceiling despite obviously being insanely successful. That was largely due to the untimely passing, right? So
of who?
Of Cus.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, right.
So if you were to imagine a timeline that consisted of an additional decade, how much better does Mike Tyson get?
It's no question. He already in the conversation, depending on what circle you in, with Ali. All right. I'm not gonna be the one to go there and say like that, but I've heard compelling cases. I come away from it like, okay. But it wouldn't have been no question. It wouldn't have been no question. He's up there. We talk about tiers all the time, when it comes to basketball, football, and teams and all that type of stuff. Talking about tiered the fighters, he'd be up there in that top tier. Had he been with Cus long enough, because when if you're with Cus, and I'm just imagining, when he was 18, that's a whole lot different than if you would Cus when you're 28.
And that's the interesting part to me. Why I kind of brought it up is that there was obviously the legal issues, and then there were the financial issues, and there were all these other things that would naturally get your mind to drift at any level. But none of those things potentially occur if he remains, if he's the constant. And
right, you're talking about all of the legal issues and things of that nature.
Right.
Yeah.
And right. As you pointed out, and even as
Cus had his best interest, though.
Correct.
As did Kevin Rooney.
And so you take those off the table, and you talk about, again, no different than any of us, our decision making at 18 versus 28, let alone the decision making of a professional fighter at those ages. You typically, as I alluded to with the fight over the weekend, you get more clinical. Your timing on when what you're doing becomes much better. Again, part of that art to it to suggest that you could have
again.
gotten a version of Mike Tyson that would have had all of those going is almost, to your point, that alone is.
Yeah, it's no question. He's in the conversation with the Fraziers, and the Joe Lewises and the Marcianos and the Sugar Ray Robinsons. And obviously, the Ali's, things of that nature. Yeah, there's no question he would have been. No question. Yeah, okay. Shout out to my man again, Cus, and Mike Tyson, and especially Mike Tyson for shouting out Cus. Because like I say, at the end of the day, when it comes to boxing and in the sports world in general, Cus don't get enough mention. All right, we're going to keep things rolling and get to some NBA playoff basketball, baby. Double J, you want to give us an update?
Let's take a look here.
Who's doing what right here and what now? Yeah, we're going to have some fun with this because oh my. And again, let me apologize to my folks and the viewers and listeners and followers out there. We were going to discuss the Rock Hall snubs. I mentioned last week, I just found out that Tribe Called Quest had just not too long ago got inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I was like, whoa, what happened? What happened? And it just prompted me to be like, well, wait a minute. If they just now getting in and hadn't been in, who else is not in that ought to be in? And say that fast 2 times. And I found a list of 150 people on the list who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or Music Hall of Fame or whatever you want to call it. That's another story for another day. But yes, we will definitely get to that at some point. We had to put that on the shelf right now because these NBA playoffs are just lightweight off the chain. And to your point and Brother Richard's point, for quite some time now, we talked about the NBA and its parity. So after you give us an update, we'll jump right into these second round matchups that's going down.
Yeah, right now only one game today, and currently the Pacers are up 4 with 7 minutes left in the second quarter. So 49-45 Pacers.
All right, and with that being said, let us bring to the screen. That's right, the NBA Double J. Can you emphasize that like you did that last one? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Scroll down, please, for me. Nope, down. No, up rather. Up. Yeah, right there. You just mentioned the Pacers and the Knicks. Let's start with the Pacers and the Knicks. Okay, we all saw game 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Help me to understand something.
Mm-hmm.
The New York Knicks in that game had 3 bench points. Indiana had 46 and still lost. How in the world does that happen?
Well, simply put, look, this Knicks team was never really strong as it pertained to depth, especially when they had lost. Oh man, who am I thinking of? I can see his face now. He was one of the best players of the team prior to the arrival.
RJ Barrett?
No, he was traded. Thinking of
Mitchell Robinson?
No, he's
Julius Randle.
That's who I'm looking for.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I'm not the only one on the Lucia.
So they tried making a couple trades at the deadline. They got Bogdanovich, and then Bogdanovich got hurt. So he's gone. So you're already talking about a relatively lack of quality help.
Okay.
So your best players right now, I will say this, already in the second quarter, they've gotten more bench points than they did, but that wasn't really asking for much. It's 8 versus 3 or 4, what you said prior. And so my only issue with that result and why I suggested that this very well could go 7 is because you have the opposite with Indiana, a much deeper team, clearly, and the over-reliance on stars. You're talking about Brunson having 47. If he has 40, they lose. And that was my overarching problem with how this Knicks team is built, is that whether
but wait a minute. Let me hold on. But let me interrupt you there. See, wait a minute. You got a good point about the over-reliance of stars. But then you got to look at who those stars are, so to speak, and on the Knicks in particular.
So if I told you right now they're losing and Brunson has 5, are you surprised by that?
No. The Pacers are formidable. Okay. And, I'm not surprised that the Pacers come to play. They came to play game 1. And the Pacers could very well win game 2 and make it a series going 7. I'm with you on that. I think it's going 7. But at the same time, man, the New York Knicks, oh my gosh. The New York Knicks boasts 3 of the top, that backcourt, that Vincenzo, Josh Hart, and Brunson, that Villanova triumvirate. That Philadelphia, man, is not to be questioned or taken lightly. Them dudes won championships at Villanova, bro, when they wasn't supposed to. When all the prognosticators picked the other teams that they played against. Like, how did it happen? They just got a nasty to them, man. That the Knicks are that one team. Remember when the playoffs first started, but when we did our pre-playoff, whatever you want to call that show, and we had the brackets up, I said the Sixers would be the Knicks' toughest test, I believe, throughout that on that whole eastern seaboard, on that whole east side. They got a gritty and a tough man in Tom Thibodeau, and I'm just glad to see that he's going a little bit deeper into his rotations now. That is Thibodeau, because he wore Derrick Rose and them out. Joakim and them was done. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I think is happening here. I don't see it. He's only had 2 bench players even enter the game.
Yeah, but you got to understand though, them 3 dudes, if not nobody else, them 3 dudes, that's they ready. They prepare for that. They built for that. They built for that. Now,
but I don't happen to Brunson.
What do you mean?
I'm
not watching, so I can tell you. What happened?
He's only played 8 minutes, and McBride has played 13.
Well, maybe it was something that they didn't disclose from game 1. Or maybe it could be fatigue or he tired. I mean, he is human. Even though he'd be out there,
Well, look, I'm going to tell you, if that's what happened, that's exactly why.
Yeah, but if McBride is in the game, we've seen McBride enough to know that Brunson gets his rest. He gets spelled more than a time or 2. Because McBride is coming in for Brunson. He come off the bench for Brunson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, we've seen McBride again. We've seen him enough times in these playoffs that Brunson is getting enough of a breather. Is Mitchell Robinson back though?
No.
That's interesting. Hardenstein is not bad, but I think the Knicks are better when Mitchell and Hardenstein are available. You're asking Hardenstein to do what the Nuggets are asking Joker to do right now, to tell you the truth. Be that lone wolf. Because if Mitchell Robinson is not there, then when it's time for Hardenstein to go sit down, who's coming in to fill in his spot?
Looking at this, it would be Sims.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying they need Mitchell Robinson because they already don't have Julius Randle, but they don't need Julius Randle, I don't think. When they got Anunoby, Brunson, Vincenzo, Hart, Robinson, Hardenstein, and what's the boy's name? You just mentioned his name. We just mentioned his name, McBride.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice little.
We're going to find out because I was right. Jalen Brunson exits game 2 in massive Knicks worry.
Oh, dang nabbit.
They saw their star leave early in game 2, and it is unclear when he'll be back. He subbed out with 3:32 left in the first quarter and was not seen on the bench early in the second.
So
that's a little bit more than Lamar Jackson having to use the restroom.
Yeah, or Paul Pierce, when he took, never mind. I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
No, you walked into that one.
Y'all almost got me. Oh man. Okay, well then that changes the scope of things here, because the Pacers are more than capable of winning.
Yeah,
this
the
series.
Knicks are down 10.
Yeah, are they already?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Pacers are more than capable of winning this series, especially if Brunson is out. That's the one thing they can't afford. The Knicks can't for anybody else to go out or down, especially not one of the triumvirate, the 3 amigos. And he's the main amigo. Oh, man. Here we go. And then Halliburton on the flip side, I was getting ready to say that about the Pacers. Halliburton, he can still you can tell he kind of still coming off that injury he had, like towards the latter portion that set him down for a few games of this past season. But he's starting to play his way back into it. And Siakam is as advertised.
Yeah, Siakam's 5 of 8. He does have 2 fouls, so that's limited some of his minutes.
Yeah, but I'm talking about but I'm talking about when you turn the tube on, you see Miles Turner spending a whole lot of time out on the perimeter.
Right.
Siakam is man in the middle. Siakam been a problem for the bigs, anybody's bigs so far down in you know what I mean?
Well, they're trying to solve actually the OG Anunoby problem.
What you mean?
Pascal's old teammate. He's got 22 for the Knicks in the first half.
Well, I mean, again, the Knicks are at their best when they have their 5 best at least, plus 1, whoever coming off the bench. If one of those 6 or those top 5 go out or down, as is the case with Brunson, it don't look good for them. Because now you see that they don't have the depth that Indiana has. They just don't. And that's just, and again, going back to game 1.
No way. Look, they got Alec Burks who played for them. This is where Tibbs gets in his own way sometimes. And
whoa, you talking about the same Alec Burke who been in the league for 28 years?
Yes, but he can
played
ball.
in Colorado.
He can ball. And I'm telling you right now,
no,
they should have already been putting him in. Yes, he can. I watched it. I seen it.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't know what you saw, but you didn't see that. I don't know what you saw.
I
no,
absolutely did.
No,
and right now you need a bucket. This McBride is terrible. 1 of 4. He's trash.
Okay, well let me say this to you. Alec Burks shoots a lot of threes, and for every game that you've seen, every game that you've seen Alec Burks in, when his 3 is not, because he's too up and down with that shot. That's why he don't get no playing time. I don't care what team he on. He been on 35 teams, and there's only 30 teams in the league. And that is the NBA. When that 3 ain't falling for Alec Burks, what else does he offer you? What else does he bring to the game?
Well, in today's game, that's all you really need.
Oh well, I think my man over there in Minnesota, and you know what I'm saying, Baby Jordan, as they calling him. That's not me, but I'm just saying that's what they calling him. I think he would beg to differ because he beating the Nuggets up in all phases. Turn around fadeaways, layups, coast to coast, okay, back downs, jump shots, threes, free throws, and he attacking you on the other end. I'm just saying, you know, even though that's what the game is today, the today BA is, or the new BA is predicated on Bransket ball, okay, shooting them all. When Alex Burks 3 is not on, like Bogdanovic, what else does he bring to the table?
Well,
he don't rebound. He don't assist. Yeah, he don't even dive for loose balls. He don't even get to the free throw line. So it's really like 5 on 4 when you're out there, when Alec Burks 3 is not falling. So yeah, if he get any kind of minutes, it's going to be because the Knicks is up by 40. Then the only time he should get minutes at that is Alec Burks. Okay, so now with Jalen Brunson going down, if it's severe, then does the outlook of this series change in terms of who you have winning it? Because if that's the case, if he's down for any significant amount of time, as much as I roll with the Knicks, come on, bro. Again, him going down in this game, go back to the game 1, and you saw Indiana outscored the Knicks bench 100-1. Might as well say. And the Knicks still won that game. And now Brunson is gone. You do the math. 3 + 5 ain't 27, y'all. I'm just saying. If he's down for any significant amount of time, then the Pacers win that series. The Pacers win that series. Now, slide over here, since we're going to stay on the east side of things, the Cavs and the Celtics. We saw what Boston did to the Cavs in game 1. I'm sitting right here in Cleveland. What I don't understand still, why JB still tries to play all. It's got to be a management thing. Okay, somebody upstairs is saying, look, we don't care, okay, that you want to play that guy. We're paying this guy a certain amount of money, and therefore you're going to play him, even though it makes your rotations and your play disjunctive for Corey. Okay? Don't put the fun in dysfunctional. Is what I'm saying. And that's what they look like they're doing here, buddy. That's what it look like it's going down. Okay. Mobley, they're going to have to move him. Kobe Altman is on the hook now. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Kobe Altman, didn't he draft? Not Kobe Bryant, may he rest. That's why I have to say the last name because I don't want to be no confusion Aries. Didn't Kobe Altman draft Colin Sexton? And Isaac Okoro? And Darius Garland? And Evan Mobley? All right, so what kind of grade would you give Altman at this point or at this juncture?
But he also traded for your boy. For
who, Karis LeVert?
No, the one that, well, yes, him too. And also he drafted Imani Bates.
But they don't play Imani.
Don't get me started on that.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. They need a small forward. And they still
isn't that coincidence? That should drive you crazy.
Well, no, it's not really, because I've been a Cavs fan all your life. So I know how they get down. I mean, bro, I lived through the Ted Stepien years. Okay. I mean, if you look up Ted Stepien, yeah, that's what, yeah, exactly. May make mine's a double. You know,
he
anything
saying,
about,
you know, he posted saying soon, right?
Who?
And showing him, Imani did, like not even a few hours ago. Like maybe that is that your sign that okay. You know, sometimes when
they're not gonna give him, they're not gonna give him a shot, Double J.
I know, but I think something
you're gonna go somewhere else and shine, though. Watch.
Oh, without a doubt. And I hope, you know, and we all know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Because to your point, this is what's, if you're a Cleveland fan right now, you can't look at this and say, you know what, going into next season, we're going to be better. You're going into it with the mindset of kind of what you're pointing out, which is we have to move this piece and we have to move this piece. And you're almost talking about blowing it up so much so, and the guy Pitchard has already said he's walking.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. Did he say that, or he just said he's not? Well, I guess you could interpret it as such. He said he's not signing an extension. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He has yet to sign the extension, and they offered it to him when I was 20.
What was I going to say to you?
Saying.
It can't be the number isn't right.
No, that says what Brother Rich been saying. He don't
well that way on the
yeah,
screen?
I mean, but here's the killer part. He can't go to the Knicks now. They already got that locked up.
How so?
Well, where would he fit?
At this stage, you've made it far enough in the playoffs that Randall's a thing of the past.
Yeah, but then just too many. You got you don't. No,
there's your cap money for it.
Yeah, but
Julius Randle.
Right. Okay, that's fine. Well, I'm okay. That's the money works, but I'm talking about the placement of the player. What you gonna do? Standing next to Brunson? And as much as I love Jalen Brunson, you know he pound the ball a lot. He does.
You're not gonna give. Well, you're saying it's too ball dominant. That is Garland Sexton all over again.
I wouldn't say to that extent, but I'm just saying where does he fit now? You got Hart, DiVincenzo, and Brunson and McBride. Where would Mitchell fit in the Knicks offense? You can go to Brooklyn.
I think him deferring and being able to drive as a second option would actually could be a very good thing, i.e. Luka, Kyrie.
So wait. So wait a minute. Well, then you got to give me a lineup then with him in it.
The only problem I have is so you still have Hartenstein. You have
Mitchell Robinson.
Brunson. You slide DiVincenzo to the bench, where he had been at points in the season anyway.
All right.
And then you have OG Anunoby. It works.
Wait a minute. Hold up. So you saying Brunson, Mitchell, Anunoby. Who's your four?
That's what I'm saying. I'm moving OG to the 4.
Oh, okay. And then what? Josh Hart is what, your 3?
So, Okay, hang on. So Hartenstein as the 5.
Okay.
Brunson's still at the 1.
Yeah.
Yes, either
Mitchell.
Hart or DiVincenzo. Your call. Hart's came off the bench before he did it in LA. So you could go that route.
But Hart is giving you enough on the offensive end, and that you can live with him. You know, he's not like Rondo out there now.
Right.
You know what I mean? Hart giving you enough offensively that you know you got to guard him. You better know where he at. You know, we saw that was that not one game. One was the series before, just a little bit ago against the Sixers, where he caught the ball at the top of the key and was looking to pass to the right, seeing that wasn't happening. He turned around and you know, he put one up and put him down, and it was played a huge role in them winning that game.
But think about it this way too. If you're looking at it from the management side, we know, again, we just talked about it, Thibodeau running guys into the ground. Hart's going at pushing 30.
Well, where's Mitchell at though? He right in the same.
He's going to be up there too. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but that's what I mean. You may end up needing them both.
I don't know, man. Donovan is still. We'll get to your comment here. Oh, okay. Snowman. Shout out to Snowman. Celtics Pacers for the Eastern Conference Championship. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like, especially with
Brunson injury.
Yeah, with Brunson's injury, and we're not really sure the extent of it. So before we find out, until we can find out what's really going on, I won't keep going down that road. But I mean, I could see Celtics and Pacers. I could. I just don't see the Cavs. What I saw from them yesterday, or the other day,
they should be dominating them, not only in points in the paint, but
who should be dominating whom?
Look, we know Boston lives and dies by the 3. Literally, they have set records with the volume in not just the amount of shots attempted, but actually made.
That's my point, though. With all of that star power, even the way they play the game too often as a team from the 3-point line reminds me of Bogdanovich.
Can I tell you now that
when the 3 is not falling for Boston,
they lose by 40.
They look pedestrian. Yeah, that's what I don't trust them. I don't trust them.
And so you're talking about
hold that thought. Okay. Hold that thought. Right quick. Let's say it's the Celtics and the Pacers. Who would you trust more in that series? In the Eastern Conference Finals?
That's the interesting part, is that I still actually believe that Indiana would have a fighting chance.
All right. Do you think it would make for a better played series if it's Indiana and in Boston as opposed to
Yes, because of the depth. I don't think New York plays enough defense the way that not to say Indiana does, but I think
New York's defense is way better than Indiana's.
Yeah, but that was never a hallmark of Tom Thibodeau.
No, well, what? Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Oh man, Scott, man, cut me in and cut yourself out. Absolutely.
Those Bulls teams were the best defensive team in the league.
No, I ain't saying they were the best, but that was a hallmark. Joakim Noah and them. Come on now, don't do that. Don't do that. Absolutely not.
Man, his dad played better defense.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Let me get racket.
Okay, let me get Joe. All right, let me get Joe Biden on the phone.
We're not talking about when he was at Florida.
No, yeah. Let me get Joe Biden on the phone. Tell him not to cancel your student loans. I'm just saying. Yeah. Joe, we got one to go. Hello, is this thing on? Man, stop it, man, please.
What was that old
dial? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the number you have dialed, the doggone is right. It ain't in the service area. Man, unbelievable. No way in the world, man. I'm telling you right now, the Bulls played. They had defense under Thibodeau. That was one of the problems.
Man,
they couldn't score. Yes, it was.
They couldn't score.
Listen, hold it there now, Kimo Sabin. The Bulls with Derrick Rose was a scorer, no question. But offensively, as a collective,
Luol Deng couldn't score.
Yeah, he could. Yeah, I'm not saying Luol Deng couldn't score. Dag nabbit. Okay, but yeah, no, the Bulls were more noted for their defense than they were offense under Thibs. Yeah. Don't man, please. Don't do that.
I was out there. I know.
That was really
Good
out
time.
there. That was like jumping out the plane at 50,000 feet out there with no parachute. Yeah, the Cavs, I just don't see it. They're gonna have to move. Somebody, it's gonna be. I would like to see them beat Boston. I just don't see how. But I'm kind of they're kind of delaying the inevitable. Let's get this thing over with so that the changes can be made because changes are coming. Changes are coming, bro. You're gonna see a whole lot of new faces in the Cavs uniform next season.
I'm saying yes. I should a slow death.
They should give me a 10-day contract. Yes, I'm suggesting that. That's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Do you believe
if Bogdanovich can miss 12 threes in a game, I can too. Well, go ahead. What were you saying?
How quick does this series end between Boston and Minnesota or OKC? I don't see it going 6.
Whoa. You throwing curveballs. What series? Finals, obviously, right?
Right. If it were the finals, because look, we'll get to there, but it'll be quick.
Well, hold that thought. We come back after we take another break right quick now and answer that. Man, you really coming up with that. Man, go get some cookies. How about that?
I'm Jordan Gudeman, and I'm the founder and CEO of Eddie G's Cookies. I was first diagnosed with a nut allergy when I was young. At the time, there weren't a lot of labeled items that said if there may contain nuts or there are nuts in the food, so my brother and sister and I baked a lot at home, and we enjoyed treats from mixes and things like that, but I noticed that it was not the same as what my friends were enjoying, and I started making up my own recipes. When it was time to pick a career, I decided to start a bakery so I could share my treats with everybody else. When I started creating my recipe, I was taking in all the things that I thought I was missing out on. A soft, chewy center, a crisp outside crust, and a taste that is just like it came out of the oven at a bakery. When I put all those things together, I had come up with a recipe for a dream cookie. Eddie G's Cookies only uses the finest ingredients. We have all natural flavorings, no preservatives, and every cookie is made in a nut-free environment. The best part about Eddie G's Cookies is that they can be delivered right to your door. You can share them or not. We won't tell.
All right, we are back. If you're on your way to grandma's house, stop. Well, I want to say stop at the Travel Centers of America and get you Eddie G's Cookies, but apparently
online.
Oh, everything is online now?
7 to 12.
For the most part, everything is online.
Sir.
Oh, wow. Okay. What was I going to say when I said we was going to say when we came back?
1846 is what 39%. 46 threes.
Who?
In game 1. Boston.
But that's what they do though. That's the formula for them. It's hit or miss. That's why but their talent, if you look at their roster, their talent would suggest that they when the threes are not falling, that they are able to do other things. I don't think they really play all the way. Shout out. Oh, we got my man D Gully back. Oh, okay. Shout out, Gully. Man, how do you get that backdrop? Why don't I have it?
I'll tell you about it after the show. The IT guy. I'll tell you a couple of things that you need to do.
Really? Okay.
But I can tell you.
All right. Double J just informed us that Jalen Brunson is down for the Knicks.
Down like how?
As in he's not on the floor. Okay, you know what? We're not gonna do this, man. We're not gonna do this. Nah, what are you? Okay, y'all so disrespectful. Wow, really? This is why Miss Alva. Well, she got her pink slip is in the mail. So yeah, her pink slip is in the mail. Jalen Brunson is down for the Knicks.
You know, you could do this too.
I know I could, but I don't know how.
All right. Well,
I'm too busy coming up with the content to discuss. I don't have to, whoa, your boat gently down the screen. Yeah. Merrily. Yeah. Y'all know the rest if you know what I mean. Anyway. Yeah, I'm not tech savvy like y'all. You know what I'm saying? IT guy, you listening?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, well, oh my gosh. take off the Tiger Woods polo. Anyway, I'm glad you got a new shirt on today, though. Shout out for that. You know what I mean? We ain't got to see you and your doggone.
Keep going. Keep going. That's 2. Keep going.
We're gonna get to a couple of these.
Get to a couple of these comments. Yeah, matter of fact, let's do that.
Yeah, we're gonna. That time you had that Samuel L. Jackson on, man, that wasn't a good look. I'm just saying. Mrs. Alva is weighing in again. She said, "Why is my pink slip in the mail?" Because it is. I mean, why I asked the question, right? And then she said, "Oh, he's saying he's old." Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you saying I'm old? Imagine that. Okay, that's why your pink slip is in the mail. Yeah, Brunson is down, Gully. So, and no telling how soon he'll be back or if he'll be back. So, I mean, in that case, what? You giving the nod to the Pacers now? Double J said yes, technically because of the depth that the Pacers have and the Knicks don't have.
Yeah.
Sore foot is the latest.
Oh, so okay, so he probably a little banged up. Don't want to stress it. So you got games to go in this series. Can the Knicks rally around it? Can the Knicks either win a game without him, or can they expose enough of what the Pacers could do so that way when he does return healthy, they'll be able to handle the series? You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but from last time we just checked here, Double J said that the Pacers were up by 100 or something crazy like that, only in the second quarter. Double J.
Yeah, they're up 10 at half.
At half. Yeah.
No, wait a minute. This is game 2?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So let's say Indiana wins that series.
Yep.
How do you think the series? Well, first off, do you think the Cavs have a chance on beating Boston? After what you saw in game 1, what's your prognostication, Aries?
I don't think that series is as simple as people think. I don't know. I think it's actually a bit more 50-50 than people may assume.
And that's based on what? Please be
Boston taking the gas off, letting off the gas. I think Cleveland has the ability to surprise them. It'd be interesting.
Yeah, they surprised us. By the way, they stunk up the joint in that game 1. Now, I was surprised.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, likewise. So you figure so knowing how serious it is for Cleveland, they've got to go home up with the series tied. If Cleveland can tie that series, I think it's going 7.
Whoa, really?
Yes. I think
hey, bartender, I'll have what he's having and make mine a double.
Make it a double. Yeah, go ahead, Double J. Go ahead and make them up. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, that's what we do here. We jump out the plane at 50,000 feet with no parachute. DB Cooper, Gully, the IT guy. I don't know why. They still didn't find the money. I'm saying, show me the money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know a guy right now. I can tell you right now, he looks just like Radio. Okay, I'm just saying. All right, well, there it is. You say the Cavs got a chance. You think this is going 7. All right, I don't. I got to see something drastically different in game 2 as opposed to what I saw in game 1. But let's just say, for the sake of its and giggles, the Pacers end up playing the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals. Based on what you just said right now about the Celtics, what chance do you
matchups styles make fights. Matchups make it. So I don't. The reasons why I think this would be a tough series for Boston versus the Cavs are not the same reasons to suggest that by extension that
it would be the same for Indiana.
It would be the same for Indiana. I think Boston matches up better against Indiana.
Or you mean Indiana matches up better against Boston?
I got to chew on that one. But
because I'm just saying though, because if you think that the Cavs. Well, you're not saying the Cavs could win the series against Boston. You're just saying they could go 7.
I think it could go 7. Yeah, the Cavs can put up a fight. You know,
they should put up a fight.
I don't think that they were particularly just overmatched and overrun. Oh, you just showing out, not Double J.
Yeah, Double J. What are you doing? Okay, see, this is why I should have went to marketing.
The double wings too, the double brows.
Yeah, double exactly. Brow. You see that, Double J? I mean,
less is more.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Branch Wilder.
Yeah. I'm gonna say Charmin Ultra.
Actually, you know what? Easter egg here.
Okay.
the pigeon lady of Home Alone 2 recreates her life after the interaction with Kevin and becomes the foster parent for the two kids in Angels in the Outfield.
In real life, or are you talking about in the movie?
No, he's saying continuity wise.
Her name was Maggie in both. I fully believe that I heard Kevin get her name and that her name was Maggie. Coincidentally, her name was Maggie in Angels in the Outfield. So what say you? Because they came out timeline-wise about 3 years apart, which is enough time to get a fresh start in Anaheim, California.
So wait a minute, are you wait? You asking this is real life, or are you talking about in the movie? On the movie?
No, in the movie, the lady from that Kevin, the pigeon lady, right?
Yeah.
When Kevin was in New York, that he gave the dove to.
We're not gonna keep doing this. We're not gonna keep testing my memorization skills. They are terrible. I'll admit it as much. What else do you want from me?
I'm saying that she, after that interaction, after having given up on humanity, she goes to get a fresh start, gets away from the big city, goes off to California, and then becomes a foster parent.
And for Angels in the Outfield.
And it just so happens that those two kids.
Imagine that. I'm just glad she could find a job that fast. I'm just saying.
Hey, what 3 years?
I'm just saying, because over here in Ohio, boy, I'm trying to tell you, everybody's hiring, but everybody's being fired. Did that make sense? Probably not. I'm just saying. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so Indiana, Boston. Is that how we seeing this Eastern Conference play out?
Yeah.
Because Braylon Johnson, that's what I was getting ready to say. I'm just like
you was about to say Braylon Edwards.
Yeah, no, I said Braylon Johnson. That's what I said there, you little
That's
Willie.
what you said. That's what you about to say.
But I'm just with his foot, and we don't know the extent of the foot injury. And until we do, I guess we got to go roll with the Pacers. But here's the killer part.
Are you going to question his toughness?
Whose?
Brunson's.
No, I would question because let me tell you something. Grant Hill messed his ankle up. And because people questioned his toughness, tried to come back and play on it, and he was never the same.
Yep.
So no, as a basketball player, I don't question the dude's toughness.
All right, question for you. Does that extend to what we've seen from Kawhi Leonard since 2017?
No, absolutely not. I'll tell you why in a minute. I said I'll tell you why in a minute. Back to Brunson, though, right quick. We've seen Brunson be labeled as too small, too diminutive in stature, all of the negatives against him in regards to him being able to be the focal point of a team. He done disproved all of that, right? Okay. If anybody has been a constant for them Knicks, it's been Brunson.
Correct.
If anybody has played injured, it's been Brunson. Look at his hand, all taped.
It was a non-contact injury. Are we going to blame Tom Thibodeau then?
No, I don't. I'm not. We're not blaming. I'm just stating here about speaking to Brunson's toughness.
Well, let's be honest here. Your New York Daily News is going to say who's to blame.
Well, that's the New York Daily News. They sharks anyway. What do you think they hold? I mean, my gosh, you understand what I'm trying to say? What do you think they hold Shark Tank? And I don't care if it's New York or not.
We've been on this show talking about how badly the mecca of it all needed to reemerge, and here they are, a step away from the conference finals, and it's only happens to be stepped by Jalen Brunson. That step.
So have they not? Hold on. Have they not stepped away? Have they not emerged? They've already proved. They've already. No, I'm not saying it's enough.
Is that enough for them?
Listen.
When was the last you read Blood in the Garden? It's been since then.
Yeah, I know. Okay, listen. And these Knicks have already been fulfilled the resurgence, if that's what you're driving at. Okay. All right. The Knicks, to be honest with you, are trending in the right direction as opposed to the Lakers. Okay, because I see that's coming.
No way, they're getting Trae Young. Remember
who? Oh man, please with that, and please, man, stop. Okay,
wait a minute, you think so? I thought that Trae Young just changed agencies.
He did. He's not with Clutch no more.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. I forget the name of the agency he's with now. But man, please, man, Trae Young going over there. How you going? Anyway, we're not talking about the Lakers in that regard. We're not gonna go down that road because the Lakers ain't got nothing to offer nobody or nothing. Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss. Yeah, okay. Anywho, Brunson has a foot injury. Again, until we find out the extent of said injury, I won't speculate. But if it's bad, then, bruh, you can't. If your wheels are bad, you can't. You ask anybody to be on their feet all day, and if they do an 8-hour shift at work, can't wait to get them shoes off when they get home. Well, you talking about a guy who plays point guard for the Knicks and be bro. If your wheels is bad, then your wheels is bad, bro.
Breaking news: he will start the second half.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll be down by 30 by that point. Okay, so then I'll be right back. We right back to square 117, baby. I'm just trying to tell y'all that's what we doing here. We're gonna take another break right quick. When we come back, we're gonna finish up some of this talk. We're gonna go to the west side. When we come back, y'all stay right there. We're gonna give y'all another merch time, baby. You know what I'm saying? Go out and get some of that merchandise, you know what I'm saying, from the shop and support us. We appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? We be much obliged. Y'all know how it go. Don't touch it.
What it do, sports fans? It's your man BSJ from the Shop Report. And guess what? The shop is now open for business, baby. If you're on Facebook, go to our fan page, The Shop Report. Click on More, and then Shop to view all products. Or if you're on Instagram, click on the Shop tab to see all our products. I mean, what you want me to do? I'm selling merch here.
That's right. I'm selling merch here, baby. Hey, you know what? I'm going to give a shout out to Gully. Let me give a shout out to Gully. I saw the little, I see the look on your face like, yeah, what this guy get ready to say? What bag he finna come out of? I saw the little promotional video. Double J, is the promotional video real I saw? I don't know if I saw it on TikTok, No Talk, Knick Knack, Patty Whack, the dog, and the walnut bone and all that other stuff. I don't know which one. I just happened to come across it. You did a promotional video. Gully.
Yeah, just upcoming, just letting everyone know, you know, that we do this weekly and what we were going to do today, so that way they can tune in. And there's going to be more coming, you know.
So Double J, did he fulfill that thing for the subscriptions? Then is that what that was? That was you looking for?
The remix portion.
No, I don't even know. He remixed it too.
Well, no, that. Yeah, we figured it out that way. That I posted, he remixes it.
Okay, no. Oh, no. I'm saying, remember you and I were in the studio last week, and we were doing something about subscriptions or whatever the case may be.
No. This was just for today's show.
Oh my gosh! So I still got to do that.
Yep.
You still got to do some work. Yep.
Oh, don't act like I don't go there. Don't. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Hey, we need a trigger alert. You see his eyes got big. Look, he about threw off the stairs.
Absolutely.
Justin.
Absolutely. He's about to get both of these canisters, baby.
He's about to cuss. This show's about to be this show's about to be R-rated. Like we about to lose sponsors.
It was about to be, it was about to be rated. Absolutely it was. All right. So at the end of the day, on the east side, before we go to the west side, who we got in Eastern Conference Finals? Despite or notwithstanding or in spite of or whatever, however you want to say that, whatever that may happen, who do we have in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I think.
You want me to cue the Jeopardy music? Because I see who's going to be here for a while.
Yeah, why don't you ask Double J first? You always asking me first. I
didn't ask you first. I said who we think gonna do it. I just said who.
You looking down below the one on you looking down below the middle.
I'm looking at my phone.
Why? Showtime.
And just in case somebody, I mean, my gosh, I ordered a pizza. I mean, it might be ready, it might be delivered. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
Hey, DoorDash or something.
Who you got, Double J?
Yeah, who you got, Double J?
I'm going Knicks and Celtics.
But you just said Jalen. What the?
He still think the Knicks have enough.
You just said that. No, he don't. He just sat up here and said before you came back, you know what I'm saying, to join us again. He just sat up here and said the Knicks don't have enough depth and none of that. He said all the things against the Knicks. Now he picking the Knicks. Would you make up my mind? Please make up my mind.
No, if Brunson's playing, there's no way the Knicks move on.
But you said that even with Johnson Braylon. or whatever his name is. You said even with him that the Knicks would they don't go deep enough and they will run his teams in the ground. I'm just where we at here? Are we on Delancey Street or Elm Street? What street we on?
I again, yeah, simply put, Knicks, Celtics.
Okay, well, Gully, who you
Celtics,
got
Pacers. Celtics, Pacers. You listen. All jokes aside, you're inclined to think about you giving the Cavs more consideration than you let on, aren't you?
No.
Oh, so you decided on if it's going to be the Cavs, the Pacers, or the Knicks.
Yes.
That's
yes.
Okay.
And I mean, I'm a staunch supporter of the Knicks. We all know that, right? It's been recorded. But after watching game one, even though the Knicks won, I was kind of surprised or like, things. One of them things that make you go, watching the Pacers play.
Yeah.
They are defensively. Yeah. I don't know how Carlisle tightened up the screws on that, in a 7-game series. You know what I mean? But offensively, man, they can roll with it just about anybody, bro.
Yeah.
TJ McConnell, man, he reminds me of Jay Burson. If you don't know who Jay Burson was, go look him up. He played point guard at Ohio State. And he's the Jay Burson is the
Ohio State basketball reference. No, my bad. You're more fond of OSU basketball than the football team.
Oh yeah, I can't stand the football team. I don't like to use the word. Yeah, right. Right. At all. Yeah, at all. Don't like the football team at all. Respect some of the players that then came up out of there, but as the football team, no, stop, no. Yeah, but if you don't know who Jay Burson was, he, if I'm not mistaken, is the reason why. If you look at the under the basket, the stanchion, the padding on the stanchions at NBA, arenas or whatnot underneath the baskets, Jay Burson is the reason why that they had to start doing something in that regard, because he was in a game. It was at Old State, I believe. Yes, and I think he was going for a layup. He either got tripped. He was. You think Westbrook is one speed, but Brunson. Here we go again. Burson.
Yeah.
Jay Burson. He had handles. He could do it all. So he had a speed, but he could move with it. You know what I mean? He knew when to slow down, that type of deal, when to speed up, type of deal. But he was. I forget exactly what happened, but he ended up hitting his neck and his head on the back of this, when he hit the stanchion and like cracked like 6 vertebrae or something in his neck or whatever. He had to wear a halo for a long time, bro. Ended his career.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But when I see the Pacers and I watch TJ McConnell, I'm shades of Jay Brunson come back to mind. You know what I mean? Because TJ, he keep coming at you, bro. You know what I mean? He definitely keep coming at you. So I'm a roll. I think I'm with Double J. I'm still rolling with Knicks Celtics, but I believe if it's the Pacers, they'll give the Celtics a much better series. No, I'm not going to say much better. I believe. Let's say the Celtics are on. Let's just do it this way. Let's say the Celtics are clicking. Indiana could beat them if the Celtics are clicking a little bit more, I believe, than could the Knicks.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know what I'm saying? But I still think the Knicks, you're not gonna out tough them. Say what you will about Floyd Mayweather. I say some of them same things too. But one thing I've always said about Floyd, you're not gonna outwork him.
Yeah.
And in the Knicks case, you're not gonna out tough them. You're gonna have to whoever beat them, they're gonna know they've been in one. And a lot of times, if you got one to go after that, it can be tough on you even still. So in other words, you beat the Knicks in the conference finals. By the time you get to the finals, you might not have enough left. I'm just saying, because they're gonna take it all out of you. All right, let's slide to the West Side, Double J. Oh man, here we go, right here. Let me give it all right then, baby. Woo! This is it right here. The West Side is lit right now. Which side y'all want to start with? Okay,
left side. Let's save the best for last.
Okay, then. All right. I'm glad you didn't start singing it. Should I hit a button? Oh wow.
Yeah, you should hit the button for yourself because that was terrible.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, really? Okay. Well, how about I give you a button?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anyway, start on the left. What we got going? Who y'all got? Shai showed out.
Yeah. Clearly.
Okay. And OKC, they got that depth too, Double J.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kyrie and Luka been on the string lately, but Chet, first step, Chet was hurting Dallas Bigs the other night.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Are y'all surprised at that though?
Yeah. That's it. The perceived the youth and perceived inexperience of the Thunder is taking this by surprise. Like, do we expect a sweep? But you figure a team like the Thunder, because of their youth and their inexperience, one could anticipate that if they won a game in a series, it would be because of just raw desperation, being down like 2-1 in the series, being down 3-1 in the series, you know what I'm saying, or being down 2 games or 3 games in the series. That's not what happened here. They looked pretty polished for a team, like I said, as young and as inexperienced as they are.
Well, we had that conversation too. Experience definitely is a factor. You can't dismiss it. You'll be a fool to do so. But sometimes you get them young dudes who got the skill now.
Right.
And they come in and got that same attitude as Iverson did when he came at Mike.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I see your experience and raise you. I don't give up about it. So what you gonna do about it? Okay. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to show me. And when you get a young dude who got the skills, and he tell the experienced dude, you're gonna have to show me what you got today. Oh, and right quick to your Kawhi Leonard point about the injury. I'm glad, you don't know what may trigger that thought. But if Kawhi is really, really hurt, I ain't mad at him. Because you and I had a discussion about when we went back down the timeline. When who was that? Zaza Pachulia that went up under him. Okay.
Yes.
Having had knee surgeries, major knee surgeries, anytime you get them type of when them tendons, like what happened to him, it can linger. Believe it or not, it can linger for a while. Especially if you don't get anytime you get cut on, man, it's gonna always be a situation. But if he's, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say about him. If it's not extensive, then what he doing, man? I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. His situation at this point, Kawhi's, is different than Brunson's because we seeing Brunson play through injuries.
Right.
Okay. We seeing Kawhi sit down.
Yeah, it's as if Kawhi's talent is preceding him. And so there is an excessive abundance of caution. So it's like, okay, we're gonna save him for we're gonna save him, preserve him for his career because this is a big moment. Like I told you, I don't know if I said this on the show, or if I said this in conversation with you.
But what you gonna do? Preserve it till he's 90?
That's the thing. Like how much? How much?
Yeah, how long you gonna preserve it? Yeah, how much longer you gonna preserve it?
Right. Think about it. They got that stadium coming up.
Right.
Oh, no. Listen, bro. They gonna have to make some changes.
Yeah.
What star do you have? Because if okay, so you building this stadium, but if Kawhi only playing 5 games, what's the point?
Right. And for what it's worth, I guess because of the lack of continuity, they statistically, based off of wins and losses, they didn't perform astronomically better. They didn't perform significantly better with him in the lineup this year. Right?
Yeah, really.
So
I think Paul George is on the move too.
Well, so, yeah, because
they all signed extensions, I thought.
I don't know if Paul George did. Look that up.
Who's the contract guy, Double J?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were all extended, which was kind of the original question about what the plan was with those guys. And remember,
I thought that was Phoenix. All the guys in Phoenix, said they signed the extension. Maybe I got it mixed up. I thought it was the Suns. Yeah, but if Kawhi is, because like, I mean, for really, he only played like what, 2 games?
I mean, Kawhi's guaranteed through 26-27. So he's not going anywhere.
Oh, he ain't going nowhere. All right, well.
Paul they have through next year, at which point then that puts
What about Paul George?
That's what I'm saying. They have him through next year. That puts him at 35 years old. But
yeah,
same with Tucker, and they'll have, well, I don't know how much cap space they're going to have. Yikes. Harden is gone unless they they could re-sign him.
Good.
Why is that?
Why is what?
Why is Harden being gone good?
Man, James Harden.
Well, no, I forgot what he said in the playoffs. Yeah, he still can figure out about a system or whatnot.
Yeah, man, listen, man, Harden is Harden.
Yeah.
You know, he gonna keep getting opportunities because of his talent, but at some point you got an expiration date. See, that's the thing. You know, and there was this discussion right quick, you know, back and forth. I was going with some folks on Facebook about Rudy Gobert being there for the birth of his child versus, you know, missing the game or whatever. You know, a lot of, and then what Gilbert the clown had to say about
Gilbert
it.
and Draymond. I think Draymond made a slightly more I guess compelling point.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm just saying, man, what's most important? Okay, prioritize, because the game has an expiration date.
Yeah,
even though life does too. You get what I'm trying to say? But the game's expiration date, for the most part, will expire well before. Okay, so what's most important?
There's going to be another first round series next year.
Exactly. You know,
there isn't no, hey, let me rebirth. I don't care if it's your 4th child or 5th child. Let me rebirth this moment. And then you can't. No, you don't want to miss that.
Exactly. So it's you know, what's important. You know, you prioritizing. What we prioritizing here?
Right.
I don't know, man. James Harden. He talented still, but how long is that gonna last?
It's a team sport.
Yeah, and he's on the downside, is my point. He got his expiration date is closer. He's closer to that than he was when he was at Arizona State.
I think here's a sign I think to consider. When your patented moves are now widely spread amongst the rest of the talent, then there's going to be time for a change. You're going to have to improve or recognize that what you do in practice, your signature moves are now common. So what that means is people kind of know what to do.
Right.
And they know how to plan for it.
Right.
So there's a signal of a change needed in your game, or you know, a change needed in your game.
Drama. It's just always just drama with him, man. Like earlier in this year, he tried to block Kawhi's shot or act like he was. Like what you do that? What you doing that for? What? Why?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A numbskull, bro.
Yeah, that team is, you know, people talk about the Suns. People talk about the Suns and how it didn't work out, and the super teams, the Suns and the Nets before them, you know, when Durant and Kyrie were there. The Clippers were put together for the purpose of being the next great dynasty.
Supposedly, yeah.
That's how there was, and they've done
and
nothing.
They look dysfunctional. Exactly.
Yeah,
they do. They look dysfunctional.
So do you bring Harden back at 30? He'd be going turning 35 next year.
Absolutely not.
At any number though, because Russ, as an example, is at $4 million. You lose $9 million just because the increases of Paul George's and Kawhi's contracts.
But at any number, what are you getting? I don't care what the number is. What are you getting from James Harden?
Well,
a guy who's
I'm
gonna
just
be
saying from a production standpoint, that's what I'm looking at.
His production is well goes beyond paper. You can't look at the paper with James Harden and think and get a telltale or an accurate assessment of his production. All you got.
Part of the rationale here is if you look around at the rest of the team, they're all mid-level exceptions, including PJ Tucker, who's going to be pushing 40, literally. And that puts you at about $11 million. And so
you bring back James Harden to do what, though? I'm talking about what
else can you get for, somewhere in the $11 million range? You're not going to, dare I say, that's probably the best option you have.
Well, then they won't. If that's the case, okay, well, if that's the case, then guess what? The Clippers won't win until after they're going to probably be building a new facility.
Till they rebuild the team.
Exactly. That's it.
When does the stadium open?
20 either next year or 2026, I believe. It's got I think it's next year.
So you're talking about at that point. Okay. So then you do have your 2 stars. That'll put at least keep some general interest, but
maybe.
Maybe 35 and 33 years old, and then coming off the bench is a 36-year-old.
Well, wait. What 2 stars?
Kawhi and Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. Paul George, he signed an extension. He signed it.
Well, his was in 2020, so that's what I mean. Like he exercised the player option, which puts him at $48 million next year. So there's probably a reason they haven't agreed to new terms, because they probably can't agree on a number.
Exactly, and therefore he'll be gone most likely.
So you had SGA.
Well, we talked about that. Kawhi should have
I
waited.
know, but you had. Should they have never traded?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. What do you mean? We talked about that on the show. Kawhi should have waited for SGA. He didn't want to wait. And who was it that went to? I think it was Doc Rivers. Went and said, "No, man, you might want to just chillax. This dude he coming. He ready."
Mm-hmm.
All we need, I mean, come on, man. Yeah. And then listen, I would have took a shot at it because with the injury, Kawhi's injury history and such, the Clippers would have had somebody else to build around once all these contracts start expiring or whatever, then had to start be offloaded and dumped.
Right.
You had you would have had a start. You would have had what OKC got.
Yeah. Because that looks like a wreck coming up.
Absolutely,
they're not
it
productive. That roster, the way it's built right now.
Absolutely. So who you got? OKC and Dallas? Because I'm gonna be honest with you. I won't say I'm surprised OKC won. I'm surprised at the margin, because y'all know how I am about seeding in particular. But in this case,
it was a fairly close game. I think it was 125, 121.
No,
it wasn't.
It was 97 to 121.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
I was thinking about the Pacers Knicks. My bad.
Yeah, no.
95 to 117.
Yeah.
Whoops.
This is the first time in a long time I could say the number 1 seed is actually looking like a number 1 seed.
Wait till you look at the next matchup, though.
What about them? They split.
That don't mean nothing.
Listen,
here you go again. I told you, go look at the year that the Cavs swept the Bulls 6 straight times with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and all of them in the regular season. And then Michael Jordan did what to him in the playoffs? You cannot base what will happen in the playoffs off of what happened in the regular season. It rarely goes.
So with this Thunder team, I'm not taking anything away from them, right? Because again, that you played 82 games for a reason here.
So wait, which matchup are you talking? D-Runk weighing in again. He said, "I think we entering the NBA. I think we are entering an NBA era where chemistry is everything, and Thunder chemistry is top tier.
Yes,
the Wolves is also okay. I'm with you on that. But here we go, D-Runk.
Okay, so D-Runk, tell me. Okay, they split. 2 of those 4 games were within 6 points.
Who?
They being the Thunder. Look, the obvious matchup here, which is the two teams that are sitting right on top there on the screen.
So you said
Okay.
OKC in Minnesota.
Okay, and I want you to also, D-Runk, I want you to tell me chemistry versus complementary. Because I keep hearing this word chemistry, but ain't nobody giving no ode to or no credence to complementary. But go ahead, Double J. What you saying?
No. I'm only pointing out that I think OKC is a far more formidable opponent than I would argue anyone in the East is.
Well, that's obvious. Oh, that's no question right there. So you already picking your Western Conference Finals is what you're doing.
Absolutely.
OKC.
They're both going to steamroll these two teams.
Really?
Okay, well then, if styles make fights, even though the series is not over, the fashion in which Minnesota has done what they've done to the Nuggets is far more wow than what OKC did to the Mavericks.
All right, let's play a silly game real quick.
Okay, now silly game.
Let's play a silly game. Hey, do me a favor. Can you go to the Eastern Conference real quick? Just flash down to it.
Yeah. I'll do that for you. Here we go.
All right.
There it is.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I don't know what a Knick is. I can understand what a Pacer is. I can understand what a Celtic is. I understand what a Cavalier is. Let's go back up.
Hold on. D-Runk weighing in. He said, I got chemistry over complimentary because with chemistry, everyone is complimentary to each other playing wise. Okay, I like what you did right there, but I don't know.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Hold on. No, it's not facts. No, it's not facts. Stop.
Let me finish.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. No, hold. Well, go ahead, Gully. And Double J, you jump
back up.
Yeah, because it's not facts. No, it's not.
Go back up. I can understand what a Maverick is. I know what a Nugget is. I understand what a Thunder is. The Timberwolves are playing like their mascot. They are playing that way. They attack on defense. Bell to bell, whistle to whistle, all 4 quarters. We talk about the numbers. There's something to be said about I believe they're the highest scoring team in the playoffs. Like as far as the playoffs goes, I think they had the highest scoring average in the playoffs, and they're the number 1 defense in the playoffs. So they're only scoring better and stopping other teams from better. They are a unit, and they're playing that way. I firmly see them going to the finals and hoisting the trophy.
Really?
Yes. What can you say? I mean, we talk about the numbers, right? Listen, they're scoring more, so they're figuring out and they're stopping the dynamic Nuggets offense. Now, I would tell you styles make fights. So if you don't have a cog if you don't have a large cog in your offense, such as Joker, right? Things move a little bit faster, so that pace may affect things. And when you talk about, let's say, the Mavericks or the Thunder, but as a team sport, the way in which how dynamic a presence that Joker is and how influential he is to the offense, and to stifle that, to give that pause, to slow down that heavy cog in the wheel is tremendous, and they're doing a great job at it.
D-Ronk weighing in again. He said, what makes the Wolves different is they got the only superstar left in the West who will fully D up all game.
Yep.
Yeah. Let me throw this out here at y'all right quick because I was trying to look it up. I had it, and I don't know where I saved it to. I used to be saving so much stuff to my phone. I'm just looking at complimentary. My idea of complimentary. Yeah, that's right, Double J. That's right. I hope you got a crook in your neck.
He keep trying to make this point.
Well, hold on. I know you ain't doing that. I know you ain't finna do that. I know you ain't finna do that. We were just on the phone doing that.
Listen, bro.
Okay, hold up.
Listen, we spent an hour on the phone earlier.
Yeah, we did an hour on the phone. It wasn't earlier. Man, don't. That's really.
We went to it for an hour, but go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
You know what?
Barbershop J, you got it. Go ahead.
No, I don't need your permission.
It's Wednesday. It ain't Monday. It's Wednesday.
No, I don't need
It ain't Monday. It's Wednesday.
I don't need your permissions. But you know what? I'm gonna stay on topic. I'm gonna digress.
No, we here now.
No, it's too late now. No,
I'm
mad.
I'm mad.
I'm mad.
We here now. We at the store. Go ahead. Pick it
I
up.
don't care. I'm mad. No, I ain't doing it.
Came in. We're good.
Okay, anyway, I'm just I got something for both of y'all. Y'all better be glad I can't use profanity on this program, but it's okay. Trust and believe. I'm keeping receipts. That's why I'm just writing it down.
CVS receipts?
Yeah.
That's a whole lot of paper.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
When you run out of Charmin, go to CVS and just
don't
check
worry about it.
points.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Right.
Your referendums is really not relatable right now, but okay. But yeah,
Vaseline after that.
Oh my gosh, really? Oh wow, really? Oh my gosh, wow.
Hey, technical difficulties.
Okay. Yeah. Well, on that note, it's been fun, but we about to finna run.
Yeah, somebody got the runs.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, we'll get some Pedialyte for that. Minnesota, Ant Edwards. It's his attitude, bro. Yeah. His skills and all that stuff. That goes without saying. In game 1 in Denver, late in that game, because I was having a discussion with some of the guys at the 9 to 5. And of course, everybody wants to point out the obvious or the manifest, that what you can see with the naked eye. Me, I told y'all how I get down, bro. It's latent for me. I'm looking at that first. Everybody in the conversation or the discussion, the first thing they want to mention is how many points he had. I said, did y'all see what about 3 and some change left in the fourth quarter? Well, he went on that right side and he told, who was that? He told to clear out. Nas Reed, get out of that corner.
Yeah.
Get on. He totally waved him on. Get on out of there. Get out of there. I'm going to need that space. Then he turned around and hit a textbook Kobe, Mike-ish type fadeaway.
Yeah.
Hey, okay.
I need to work.
Yeah. That's all I need to see. Okay. He want the moment. Y'all know my line. Signature players make signature plays in the signature moments of a signature game.
Yep.
So if you add up all the signature moments of these signature games, from all of the stars that we talking about, who stands out the most to this point?
Okay.
Yeah,
of the playoffs, of the entire
that's what
playoffs.
I'm saying, of the playoffs. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, we talking about. Let's talk about from game 1 of the play. Back in the round of 16, he has been the playoffs MVP, like the postseason MVP so far.
No question. And when at any time in the game do you see him not attacking? Right. And then you know the part that kills me? Boy, he's the best two-way player in the game. That term by itself tells me the state of the today BA.
Well, that means
two-way player was a commonality in the 80s and 90s.
So by default, if he's the best two-way player, that for me means he's the best player because he
absolutely. Yes. D-Runk weighing in again, as he said, that Team USA FIBA experience took Ant to a different level.
That world championship experience.
What?
World championship? He didn't win.
I know they didn't win, but I'm just saying.
Oh, do we have a revision history?
Though, right?
That's what we doing,
right?
Okay.
right?
All right. But listen, he ain't from he not from Yugoslavia. He said, I rock with Ant, but I got Jalen Brunson postseason MVP. A case could be made for that too. But I'm telling you right now, Ant ain't from Yugoslavia. So if he a world champion, that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay, what makes him a world champion? He from Georgia.
He's a world champion. Take the NBA championship winning team, whomever that is, and put them up against one of a country's best winning team. So take so let's say the Timberwolves win the NBA title. Take the Timberwolves team and put them in a best of 7 versus Team Germany or Team France or
well, wait a minute. Whoa. Since now you getting roster specific. You trying to throw
yes,
that in
because that's been the
didn't we
crux of
see
my
Team
argument.
USA? Didn't we see Team USA with a roster?
That's
didn't we
different
see Team USA with a roster?
That is different than what I said.
They had because you're talking about a roster. No, you're talking about an NBA roster with all these dudes on it.
You can't
we seen
take my argument. No, you're not making my argument to make your point.
You can have it. I don't want it. You can keep it.
No, because you're not listening to my argument. My argument is.
I'm not listening to that.
I'm gonna tell you again. My argument is the NBA can justify themselves being called world champs because the players in the NBA are of the top quality of the brand of basketball. Therefore, which is the reason why marginal players in the NBA can lead countries' teams to the top of a world championship.
And that's fine and dandy, but it's not a world format.
It's exactly a world format.
It's not.
Yes, because every player in the world is eligible to become an NBA player.
Okay,
every player in the world is eligible to become an NBA player.
The only time that would even lend itself to significance
is when the Spurs draft every year.
When they're in the Olympics.
Huh,
Helen? Oh, please.
How?
We're not going down this road. You did that. That was like, but we're going to bait and switch. We're going to switch it back to is Ant and OKC going to be in the Western Conference Finals? Because we're not about to go another hour. You going back and forth about world champions, NBA champions. Okay. The Yankees called themselves world champions. And there were no international players on that roster.
They shouldn't have been called world champions. You're right.
Well, they did.
Okay,
so I'm saying to you before this.
Not at that time. No, they shouldn't have been called world champions.
And it shouldn't be a thing no more.
The game opened up to allow players from across the world eligible to play in the league.
You're just saying that because you like Manu Ginobili. Stop it.
Listen.
You saying that because
Manu Ginobili for real? You wasn't a Petrovic fan? We about to do this? You wasn't a Detlef
Manu Ginobili was your favorite player.
You wasn't a Detlef
was my favorite player.
You wasn't a Detlef Scrum fan. You wasn't a Drazen Petrovic fan. You wasn't a Sarunas Marshalanis fan. That's what you try to do. That's what
First of all, don't be butchering that man's name. Ain't got nothing to do with macaroni and cheese. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do you Sarunas macaroni and cheese? It's disrespectful is what you just did right there. Disrespect. Put some respect on that man's name straight up on the rest period side. Right. Man, please. Let me go. Yeah, let me get Rick Smith on the phone because I said we can. Hello? Oh, okay. My bad. He said he'll call me back. Anyway.
Phone need to have service, bro.
It do got service. I got a connection. How you think I'm talking to yo? Okay, you know what? You almost tried to get me to go there again. I'm not finna do it. All right. So what we saying here? Ant is the man.
The world champion, Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. That's not what we're doing here. Double J, are you picking this Minnesota Timberwolves to win this? Because I didn't see them beating the Nuggets. But let's be real now. Again, it's only 2 games. All right. But they said that after one game. It's only one game. But the second game, they made the Nuggets look worse than they did in the first game. And I've asked this question on many occasions and nights and times when we do this. Who has made Joker work on the other end? You're seeing that. Right. Minnesota they throwing Nas Reed. They threw Mrs. Alva. They threw Gobert. And they threw Cat at and actually Miss Alva, she did the best job. You know what I'm saying? She did him up lightweight. You know what I'm saying? Block the shot, baby. And from my understanding, I heard
according to her, she used to be a force in the 4 or the 5 positions. So
well, I wouldn't doubt it. I didn't doubt it because you've seen the list, right? Only 9 people blocked Kareem Skyhook. Mrs. Alva is one of them. Shout out. Shout out. You didn't even do that. Okay, you didn't even do that. So I'm just saying. All right, Skyhook, baby. Anywho, Minnesota. We got them doing that's it, right? They the champions this year?
Well, all right, let's not jump off the tree yet.
Bro, what they doing to the Nuggets right now is that's unprecedented.
And here's what we're getting at. What they're doing to the Nuggets is not different from what I've said about other matchups that we see in the playoffs, right? What they're doing to the Nuggets is something that can be done to any team out here. You get what I'm saying? What I'm saying is what Minnesota is doing to the Nuggets, they can also do to Dallas. They can also do to OKC.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you specified.
In terms of that this isn't just a tailor-made specific recipe for beating the Nuggets. This is a recipe for winning a title. This is a recipe for successful team basketball.
I'm with you on that. Because at the end of the day, though, Nas, Cat, and and then let's not forget Mike Conley.
Right.
Mike Conley.
Unheralded Mike Conley.
Mike Conley.
Did you see that spinning touch pass he did?
Yeah, Mike Conley. Because at the end of the day, when Joker go, and this ain't no knock against the Nuggets, because they farm the table. Right? You take my graph down. What the heck? Who do the Nuggets have? When Joker got to go sit down, thank you. Okay, this is why we got to take the buttons from you. This is what we got to do. Yeah, we got to take the buttons from you. When Joker goes to have a seat, who spells him?
So now you're talking about that.
That's right, exactly. In this case, especially.
Well, we talked about that when we had in October, I want to say, when you asked can they repeat, and my answer was no because of who they lost. They had not only good chemistry, but they had the right complement of players, and even folks like Bruce Brown were key contributors to that team, and they just don't have it this year.
Okay. Well, the Timberwolves are showing you that they got it, all of it. D-Runk weighing in again, he says, the Nuggets' problem is Jamal Murray's inconsistency. Yeah, he hit game-winning shots, but he never takes over a full game anymore. Would you say that's due to injury, though?
Possibly. I don't think he's more afraid of the moment.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think so either. D-Runk again, shout out to Tim Connolly for trading 5 first-round picks for Gobert when everybody said Adam Silver should step in because it's team negligence.
Who would have thought it would have worked out this well? Though?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that's the key,
and see, man. That's Ant though. I think.
Yeah,
you toughness. You they say you got to be born with it. It's either in you or it ain't. I get it. But
look, it's interesting though, because we're in an era, right, where we call it positionless basketball, or even though we've seen statistically that the average height hasn't really increased that much, but
because we just talked about TJ McConnell.
Take a look at the philosophy with Minnesota, because not only do they have, as you pointed out, that complement of the three with Gobert, Cat, and then Naz Reid.
Yeah,
but then
they got McDaniels or something. What's the other guy's name?
They got McDaniel. They have even Luka Garza at the end of the bench.
Yeah,
but they made a serious effort to dominate on the inside. There was something philosophical of that this team has done exactly that. They're fulfilling it, but and this is what I'm worried about when it comes to OKC. We talk about it in the NCAAs. We say guard play wins in March. And I think that naturally the same could be said. It certainly shines the brightest and gets in the NBA. And that's the difference with someone like Anthony Edwards. And this is where I really question OKC with Josh Giddey and Aaron Wiggins. That to me, if you wanted to move Donovan Mitchell somewhere, that sounds like the best spot.
Well, let me say this. What you see, style of play is so important to me. What you see from Minnesota and what they really do well, that really, really stands out, is predicated on what I grew up with. Defense. They pick you up back there. That's one thing, and we got to do another a segment on that, Double J. See what I'm saying? I have yet to understand why defensive teams allow the offensive team to inbound the ball and run from one end of the floor right after the inbound all the way to the other free throw line or 3-point line before somebody says, okay, let me prevent him from going any further. Alvarado for New Orleans he had a good habit of doing that.
Watch the Minnesota Timberwolves.
That's what I'm saying. They are predicated. They pick you up early. Okay, they don't pick you up late. When I pick you up early, by the time you get the ball, across half court, you have less time to get that shot off. So 9 times out of 10, your shot gonna be rushed, gonna be a bad shot, 24-second clock violation. But obviously, the more time I give you in the possession, you're gonna probably get the shot you're looking for. The less time, it's not going to go so well for you.
And as you pointed out, we're in an era where teams are so concerned about transition that they don't crash the boards like they used to. So just again, the psychology of the game.
Well, but you know what that is? You know why that is too, though. Them long shots lead to long rebounds and run outs. Mm-hmm. This is what I mean. Well, I don't care who is and who ain't. You miss me with that because they're doing it to a high clip now. All of a sudden, that's a high percentage shot. No, it's not. Just because they're taking a lot of them don't make it a high percentage shot. Anything closer to the basket is always going to be high percentage, because here's what happens. When you take shots in and around the basket, let's say I go for a layup. Okay, I miss. You get the rebound. I'm right there to start the defense, which gives everybody else a chance to get back and set up.
Right.
So by the time you get back, we already there. Or off a missed free throw. I miss it, you get the rebound. I can come I'm right there at the free throw line, come right there directly to you, whoever get the ball. Make you have to work the seconds off that 24-second shot clock. Man, you shoot a 3 and miss. That's it. Everybody already, that's the transition right there. That's the transition. Minnesota is setting the tone for what they're doing and how they are doing it on the defensive end. And then rebounds. All of the things that are tried and true methods for NBA playoffs throughout the years, the main ingredients, they showing you right here. They're showing you. I have that. Listen, game 1 and game 2 especially, the first time, and I can't even recall. I seen Joker being sped up.
Yep.
Hey, and Jamal Murray should have been suspended.
Yeah.
Should have been suspended. If you go back and look at that play from ground level, when he threw that, whatever that thing was on the court, one of the players asked, I think it was 2 players, one from both teams. They kind of stepped on the thing.
Right.
But not enough to where their foot could slip while on the thing.
Right.
Just imagine. We already talked about Kawhi Leonard when Pachulia went up under his foot.
Yep.
Imagine a player looking up to possibly get a rebound or box out, and you throw that on the court and a guy step on it and slide, and his foot slide, and that foot go that way and his body go that way.
Anything could happen. He could have came down on his wrist.
Come on, anything. Bro.
Yeah.
Anything. We talking about in the day and age of non-contact injuries?
Right.
You guys want to see something astounding?
What's that?
Remember now, you can't show no more videos. We've been getting flagged. Oh, boy, you had me scared for a minute there. Well, you got to widen it out, Double J, because I can't make it out here.
So this is Anthony Edwards' shooting percentages based on pretty much every known
category.
Yeah.
Or criteria.
Yeah. So you're talking about with everything from the shot clock itself, where it is, and based on how many dribbles he's taken. But if you see these percentages, they're just ridiculous.
But you know why? Go ahead.
The only time, like basically the only real pattern of consistency that he struggles with is if someone is really tight on him defensively, which of course we know alters the shot, but
isn't that everybody?
Yeah, right. That's what I'm trying to say. You look across the board, you're gonna see not so good numbers in that probably. But that's just it, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. What I saw from him in that game 1, when he told whoever was in that corner, man, y'all got to go back and see that play. It was somewhere around the 3-minute mark or whatever. He told dude, clear out. He said, get out of that corner. Get on out of that corner. He said, I'm gonna need that space. I mean,
even despite that,
what do you mean?
Despite tight coverage.
Oh,
whether it was 1 dribble, catch and shoot, or 7 dribbles, he's shooting over 50%.
Yeah, that's because he said he want to kill everything in front of him. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
listen, what you see from Anthony, what you see from Ant Edwards, more than any of that, show me the metric for it. Because it's his approach and his mentality. You can't measure that. He said, I letting you know off the rip, bro. Yeah, listen, you're gonna have to take it from me. Cause he attacking you on both ends of the floor, bro. He attacking everything and everybody. I'm just saying, man, I like what I see from him. I really do. I like what I see from him. I really, really do. And it's sad that we got to wait to the playoffs to really see him if you ain't got the package. You know, Valley Sports and whatever else. You know, they in the midst of they snafus and whatnots too. Okay, they got problems. Not showing games to the local. Then don't get me started on these folks right here. Really, don't get me started. But yeah, I'm with you. I still think the Mavericks, because of Kyrie and Luka. And again, when I talk complimentary, I'm talking like a concerto, man, or a symphony, man. They are, the violinists, the trombonists, they all playing different instruments, bro, but everybody's on one accord. Okay. Kyrie and Luka, they got, I think they got a little surprised by OKC and them boys because they deep too. But I think that this OKC Dallas series is going to be a little bit more informative, if you would, than is Minnesota and Denver. I'm not saying the Timberwolves going to sweep the Nuggets, but if they do, I'm not at this juncture. After this will happen. See, Ant just don't strike me as the type of dude. He gonna go home. He gonna be telling them dudes, "Hey, bro, I'm not trying to go to that thing that's air up there. I'm not trying to. No, we're not finna do that." So I think they're gonna go home and really, really be ramped up. And the Nuggets the Nuggets might rest around and get swept. But they ain't no knock on them. It's just Minnesota, man. It just because Ant is rubbing off on Cat. Remember now, Cat used to be peanut butter cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Now all of a sudden he playing with a little bit more nasty. And Gobert. And now everybody on the squad. They following his lead, bro. They following his lead. And he ain't throwing nobody under the bus, none of that, man. If a teammate make a mistake, he say, come on with it now. Come on, dog. Come on now. Come on, get it together. I need you out here. Yeah, he the next face, man. Ja was supposed to get it, but, he want to play with, anyway. He want to be Mr. Habanero Pistolero. Okay. I'm saying, so they were like, all right, yeah, go on over there. Play with your toy guns, your cat gun. Pow, pow. All right, meanwhile, this guy over here. And Edwards, man, he got a respect for his craft, man, that just, I ain't seen it in a minute, bro. Me, for real. Salute.
Right. You haven't seen it, and it's coming from a small market. So, ain't no glitz and glamour, right? So there's no because remember the whole idea, small markets game. He's making it happen where he's doing what I felt like other players could have been able to do, like own where you own your spot and everything that you want out of the game, or everything you want out of the game can be given to you, can be acquired. Man, this dude is the next face. Like, wow, I want to see. I'll probably buy a 2K game again if he on the face of it.
I know that's right. I don't even know how to play 2K, but I'll learn if he on the face of it. But you know what, Double J? The reason why I put it in the description when we did the show for the day, Playin to Parity, something that you and Brother Rich have been mentioning, and you in particular have been mentioning for quite some time now. How many? I don't know off the top of my head, so this is not rhetorical. I'm really asking this question. How many small market teams have won NBA championships in recent memory?
The Cleveland Cavs.
Milwaukee.
Is Miami deemed a small market?
No.
You know what?
So.
No, they're a conundrum because we think of Miami because it's a warm weather city in the South. We think of Miami as a destination. But in terms of its market cap, I think Miami is technically a small market team.
No, they're not.
No. What I'm saying is, I don't know. I think it's been defined.
Just because you don't see people at the games, it's South Beach, brother.
But that's what I'm saying. But because in Miami, you think because all the millions of people is there that they actually have viewership or whatever else. Nah, they outside at the beach.
Right, but that don't make them out. That don't make a small market.
No, it does.
No,
it does make a small market because they're
they have attractions, bruh. They have to Brother Richard's point about small market. Basically, is I'm here like everybody else, but like if you're an athlete in today's NBA and you got dough, where you going to? It's places to do something with that money in Miami,
so
in
is
New
Sacramento
York,
small market?
What do you mean, Sacramento?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Sacramento. San Antonio is too.
So what we know San Antonio is. Sacramento is small market, but Miami isn't.
No, because Sacramento. Now, don't get it twisted. Yeah, Sacramento is in California, but it ain't LA.
Okay, all right. How about this? Is Cleveland small market?
Yeah, we know that. We got 3
Wow.
traffic
I mean,
lights.
they
What
have
you asking that?
they have a football team, they have a basketball team, they have a baseball team. So a small market can
Well, first of all of that was born from. Hold on, all of that really was born from the Cuyahoga River, Lake Erie, and all of them ships and ports from the 1800s, and the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, and all of them had to do that. It's old money here that's still prevalent type of.
But this is a small market.
Yes, it's a small market.
It's a small market that can sustain 3 separate major sports franchises.
Yeah, that's because of the old hat.
So why does Miami? So I could be wrong on this, but I'm challenging from what I believe to be true about its actual marketplace. Though we know Miami is the beaches in the summer, people all right.
So you know what? Though,
okay, rhetorically speaking,
but we had to define small market then.
Yeah, we do because
now we all over the chalkboard. So how do you define small market?
Definition, because Miami is a city where they got basketball too. Cleveland is like, yo, they got the Browns here. Yo, the Guardians are here. Yo, the Cavs are here, and then the other stuff. Miami's got amusement parks, beaches, a nightlife, a warm weather city where people. And, by the way, they got a football team and a basketball team too, and a baseball team.
Okay, I'm gonna use Wikipedia. Now, Wikipedia themselves will tell you. Make sure if you're using us as a source, make sure you check. Other sources, because I guess the common man can provide information into the Wikipedia information database or something like that or whatever it is. Hello, nobody with me? Okay, I'm just saying. So Wikipedia will tell you, hey, double check our stuff too, because we get contributions from folks. But according to Wikipedia, in the terminology of professional sports in North America, teams are often said to be based not in a city but in a media market. So that's what constitutes a small market, maybe the size of its media, so to speak. The size of the media market is usually a good indication of the potential viability of a major league team. A small market team is likely to struggle to compete financially against teams from larger markets and may therefore also be outbid in the competition for top talent.
But unfortunately, that to me is a moot point when you have a salary cap. If you had an uncapped sport like they do in European soccer, then by all means, then yes, you would see your New Yorks outbidding your Milwaukee's, right?
Like you do in baseball.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well then hold on. Okay, well then let me. Okay, but it also.
You see what I put in the chat?
Yeah.
Pull that up.
I don't know if I can though.
I got it.
Yeah. That's Double J's line right here.
Okay.
I just keep the receipts, bro. Don't ask me to do something I don't know.
Do you want him to read it from start to finish or no?
Yeah. We can take the graph down and throw that up right there. Hold it. This has led to calls, as in phone calls, for revenue sharing, luxury taxes, and or salary caps in most North American sports leagues in order to ensure competitive balance or parity.
Okay.
So, am I still reading this, or did that answer it? Okay, we can still read this. Size does matter when it comes to running a sports franchise. There are several. What?
Wow.
Distinct.
All right. So hold on. So listen. Look.
You want me to read it?
Wait. Stay here. Stay here. Stay right where you. Before you scroll down.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you this question.
You asking who, me?
Yep. I'm going to ask you both this question.
Okay.
Before you scroll down, I'm going to ask you one more time. I'm going to ask you 2 questions one more time. Is Cleveland a small market to you?
Yes.
Double J?
I'll say no.
Oh, please. Here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you one more time. Is
You
Miami
said that already.
Is Miami a small market to you?
No, it's not. Not to me.
Double J. Is Miami a small market to you? Miami is a small market, but Cleveland is not.
I think in the North you got less things to do. So
okay, all right, go ahead and
big
skim through this list.
like Cleveland Cliffs, and that's again, old money.
Yeah, go ahead, go through this list.
That's how the sports teams and franchises in this town really have been able to be sustained. Well, in addition to that, they taking public funds and help building stadiums and whatnot. That's another story for another day. But yeah, that's how old money here.
All right,
so what
there
we doing
you go.
here?
You got TV market size and metro population. So in this case, based on that, then Miami should be somewhere in the top 10 because of the metro.
We'll scroll down. Let's see.
Scroll down the list.
All right,
who's number 17 and who's number 18?
Top 10.
They're not top 10.
Yeah, who's number 17 and who's number 18?
Who's number 17? Who's number? Whoa! Oh, that's why you asked us what
look at that metro population. It's bigger.
That's why you asked what you asked us, because you already knew the answer.
It's triple the metro population, but look at the TV market size.
Because I was right.
That's because listen. But let me say this then. Let me say this then. Look at the market size. Okay. But why is the market size what the market size is? I'm gonna tell you why. In the case of Miami, it's the reason why you see empty seats when you go to Heat games, because everybody outside on the beach.
Because they not
the reason
really
why
watching
you see
TV. They doing other stuff, right? Which means no matter how listen, it's triple the population. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's the point I made. It's triple the population down there. Actually, in Miami, there's plenty of other things to do.
But it's not other things to do here. So why is the market? Why are they basically in the same thing? See, Miami got a reason for why they where they at.
No. It's still qualifying whether it's small market or not. That was my contention. That's my point of contention. And Miami's a small market.
On what and why?
Because there are other things for people to do here.
It's other things to do there.
Okay, all right. So with all the other things there are to do, with triple the population, they still get basically the same viewership that a city like Cleveland with only sports to do here can get.
Yeah. Shout out to my man DP. Where you been at, Daddy? Yes, Cleveland is a small market. Miami is not. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. Look at the stats. I ran the numbers. This is a site that ran the numbers.
All right. The TV market size is comparable or in the same arena as the Cavs TV market size. Okay.
Yes.
Right. That's according to who? They're using the TV market size. I'm using attractions and things to do. If you are a person with big dollars, I mean, you ain't got to be a person with big dollars. You can have half a big dollars. You can have a half a Big Mac and a fish sandwich. And don't make me know, never mind. In the wintertime, where you going if you in Cleveland or Milwaukee? Matter of fact,
that's exactly right.
Let's go look at what Dame Lillard
with what you're saying. I don't disagree with what
Dame Lillard just said about being in Milwaukee.
Okay.
Or Portland.
And what is Milwaukee? Milwaukee is a small market.
And they higher on this list, though.
No, they're lower on the list.
Higher, meaning closer to the top.
Milwaukee.
Yes. Scroll up, Double Jason.
Milwaukee's 25th.
I don't see. They look like they was higher. No, go back. No, go. What? Well, who did I just see?
I don't know who you saw.
Go back up, Double J. Dang, I got on glasses and I still can't see nothing. Dag nabbit. All right, well. Okay, well, anywho. I mean, I'm just saying, man, at the end of the day, you know, Miami got attractions out the wazoo. It's a whole lot to do there.
Exactly.
Ain't a whole lot to do here.
And with everything there is to do with that volume of people, they're less interested in watching the sports team, which is why they struggle to get the viewership. They're a small market because of the market penetration of that particular
and
activity.
The Cavs and the Cleveland don't struggle to get the viewership, and why? So then why they where they at then?
Well, we know
if that's the case. Cleveland should be a larger market.
What I'm saying is your class where I feel like you're doing is you're making it make sense why Cleveland is a small market. What I'm saying to you is
I'm not making it make sense why Miami is not a small market.
No, what you're saying is no, because that's not what the numbers show. The Cleveland and Miami should not be nearly the same in market penetration. And the reason why Cleveland makes sense. What you said justifies Cleveland. But what I'm telling you is Miami is a small market and it's mystifying, is what I'm saying. Just because they got 6 million people, they got 6 million people in that area.
Miami is a small market because nobody's tuning in.
Exactly. That's the point. I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm not
because they have other things. Listen,
they got other things to do, but it's still. But the key is, are they a small market? Are people more interested in surfing and being on a beach waterfront property or watching the Miami Heat win a championship? The answer is unequivocally they'd rather be on their boats getting lunch on the beach than watching the Miami Heat win a championship.
Well, what would you rather do if you was living here in Cleveland? Would you rather do? Anyway, we're gonna get to a couple comments. Yeah, that's what we not finna do. D Banner weighing in again. He said nobody watched the Heat, Marlins, or Panthers games. Yeah, I know. Matter of fact, you talking about the Marlins? Well, they like the Rays down there. But yeah, who was it down there when Derek Jeter was in charge? He couldn't get nobody to come down. They was giving out free tickets like once upon a time here.
The Marlins.
Yeah, well, you could get free tickets and 5 McNugget sandwiches or whatever they doing at McDonald's now. Free plug, I guess. But anywho, yeah, all right. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of these NBA playoffs. Double J, can we get a quick update right quick? Pacers, Knicks, before we get out of here?
Yep, the final is 130-121 Knicks.
What?
What? No. Did Jalen Brunson come back?
Yep, and he finished the game with 29.
Whoa. Dang. Pleasant surprise. Man, they up 2. Now, wait a minute. They got to go to Indiana, right? No. Oh.
Mm-hmm. No. Yeah, those were both in New York.
Those were both
New York is the 2 seed, remember?
Oh, New York is the 2 seed.
I forget what Indiana is. Dang.
Indiana is, I think, 3.
Well, wait a minute.
They're the 5.
Oh, Indiana's the 5, are they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Really?
No, something ain't right.
Yeah, don't sound right, Double J.
Or 6, something like that.
Yeah, okay. Indiana gotta be 6. Yeah, Cavs are the 4.
Yep, they were the 6 seed.
Yeah. Wow.
All right. Well, hey, look, I mean, again, to Double J's point that he's been making for the longest, I'm starting to see this parity thing he's talking about. I'm not against. Oh, please don't. I'm not giving you a button. Don't. Oh my gosh. Oh, see what I'm saying? This is what we go through. I'm not.
I like to thank the Academy and all those voters.
Please accept your Oscar. I hope the top of it fall and split in half too. I'm just saying, it's a shame again that we don't get to see these guys unless you got the package to the playoffs, nationally televised. Adam Silver.
Yeah.
Okay. Because let's be real, David Stern would have suspended Jamal Murray. And then Mike Malone doing what he's doing, he should have been kicked out the game.
What did he do?
Okay. Oh, man, he was irate. Not Irene, irate. He was. Oh, boy, trust and believe.
He said not Irene, but irate.
Yeah, he was irate, okay? But when I say small markets, just for the sake of this conversation, the Bucks won a ship. The Cavs want to ship those. I'm talking about those markets that you otherwise wouldn't be your first go-to. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. Where the sport,
LA, Chicago, New York, exactly. Atlanta.
If you're not talking about the sports team, what else are you doing in the city?
Yeah, okay. I get you. So, but if they win in championships, to your point, Double J, that's parity. So are we playing to parity? Are we seeing that here?
Well, you look at the current status of the league, and you have a lot of teams with 2 stars, right? The super team aspect, I think, is going to die with the king. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Well, if you think about it, there wasn't a big 3 when the Lakers last won their title. There was a dominant 2 with LeBron and Anthony Davis, but who was that third big star. There was Rondo, who was.
Are you seriously bringing up a bubble championship right now?
I have to bring up a bubble
don't
championship.
Don't do that. You know, I'm glad you said that, but don't do that. Well, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm just saying.
Nah, because you got to bring up that bubble championship because for that matter,
championship, bro.
Yeah, everybody played for it.
Listen, and here's the killer part. And now y'all know I'm not no fan of the Lakers and LeBron and all that other stuff. I'm not, but I'm gonna still be realistic. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna tell you the truth. The Lakers and who they play in the Heat.
Yep.
Neither team can be chastised, so to speak, for the circumstances that they had no control over.
Right.
They didn't have no control over COVID. So why penalize them for the title that they won because of circumstances that had nothing to do with extenuating circumstances? They had nothing to do or that was out of their control. I think that's a bunch of malarkey, and I don't mean Mike either. I just think that's some malarkey. I do. No, just like the Spurs and against the Knicks in 94 or 99?
99. And then the Heat against the Thunder in 2012. That was also a lockout year. That was a 60-game season.
Yeah, okay, right. But my point is the two teams that played, they didn't go to the commissioners like these guys going out. We think we should only be 65 games. You know, they ain't had nothing to do with extenuating circumstances.
Right.
So how are we going to say realistically? Now, I do it sometimes when I'm in sports debates at work, whatever. But I'm just razzing people. But realistically, nah, bro. The Lakers won that. That's a championship. My whole thing was when folks getting to having that discussion was forget that. Everything outside of the Lakers organization, forget that. When we look at that championship and compare it to the championships won by all of the other Lakers greats, now where does it stand? Now you can be dismissive or, put it down the rung of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 because, this current version have not been able to replicate or pass what Magic and the Kareems and the Kobe's did is what I'm saying. Let's keep it a Laker. Okay, let's keep it a Laker 100. I'm trying to say however you want to say that. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we're getting a little long in the tooth, man. Dang, I did not know we was going this far in the tooth. But, as we always do, man, y'all know how it is when you got to the barbershop, man. Anything can happen. You know what I'm trying to tell you? We got to, oh, never mind. Yeah, you don't even need the link, Gully. Yeah, do we need the link? No, we don't need the link. No. All right. Well, anywho. Shout out to the Timberwolves. Shout out to everybody in the NBA playoffs this year. You know what I mean? Because who expected Indiana really? Who really expected the Knicks? Who expected the Timberwolves? Who could you say maybe expected the Mavericks? Maybe we expected the Nuggets, and we expected the Lakers and the Warriors.
We expected Phoenix.
Oh yeah,
hold on. Pause. We did not expect Phoenix. There was an expectation that Phoenix would be there.
What?
I don't think it was from us. With that firepower, seriously, I don't know how long, I don't know how deep of a playoff run. What I would say, the one thing we didn't expect was that they would be out in the first round, and number B, it would be that they would got swept out of the first round. Those are the two things I didn't have on my bingo card for the playoffs.
Yeah, but I mean, Phoenix got swept though, bro. Just on the straight up, man. They too perimeter oriented.
Sure. No, but I'm saying even still, for them to get swept, because look at the way the Timberwolves did it.
So you saying you weren't expecting that?
No, I wasn't expecting them to get to be out in the first round or to be swept. I mean, if you talk about what, like, if we take the DeLorean with the flux capacitor and we go back to like the last 5 games before the regular season, going back to the playoff picture before it starts. Yeah. You look at where Phoenix was looking at. You look at where Phoenix was starting at. You look at perhaps it being Minnesota. Did you really have an anticipation of saying, you know what, these guys ain't gonna cut it, they're gonna be out of here? Like, you didn't think that, like, you thought that, like, was it far-fetched to believe that Phoenix might have ended up meeting Denver in the conference semifinals or something like that? The idea that Phoenix is out in the first round first, and then they got swept out the first round. That's that's what I'm saying. I didn't expect.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah, I got you. You know, Bradley Beal underperformed. He did. He underperformed. Kind of like we probably got exposed. But you know what? On the side note, you know who I wouldn't mind seeing the Cavs get? Because they still need one.
Yeah.
Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah.
He could be their small forward.
That could work, man. That could work. Now,
yes, Double J. Why you saying no?
Right. Donovan Mitchell's gone, though?
That's hard to say. We ain't got enough time to discuss it. Not today. We can really get out of here. And on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate you. Oh, excuse me. And on that note, I leave you with this quote. Lord have mercy, I'm messing it up. If you succeed in misleading somebody, do not think of him or her as being a big fool. Rather think about how he or she trusted you. That's kind of why I brought that up. Anywho, it's been fun, but we got to run. Don't forget to check us out every Wednesday currently, because we might be changing that soon again too. I'll tell you about that later. At 8 on the PM side right here on the yard. Or y'all can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the Shop's fan page, and of course YouTube. And make sure when y'all over at the tube, you'll hit that subscribe button, man. Please, we'd be much obliged. And if that don't work, y'all can Google it. For my dudes, Be Rich, Double J, TJ, D Gully, and all those, what's up? And all those who follow and support us, we say thank you, man. I'm Barbershop Jay. Y'all been listening to the Shop Report. And remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, don't come to this shop. Not with these two shenaniganizers right here. Walk-ins are always welcome. But these two right here, when y'all walk in, they're going to be walking out. And speaking of out, I'm out. Holla.